The most used faucet in my home is not any faucet that you wash your hands in front of. It is my RO water faucet from our friends over at GuardianWaterServices.com. That faucet, I almost need them to come in and check it because that thing gets slammed. Maisie hammers it. I hammer it when I'm cooking. Andrea, it's all she'll drink. For you guys, you almost need two of them. You got double the people in your house.
When we were doing Jimmy's show, he's like, I was filling my cup up with water. After the show, he's like, I fill my cup up here because they got, filtered water at the station. I'm like, Jimmy, just get this at your house. Call Guardian Water.
I tasted the water there, and it ain't like what we got. They cheaped out. They lied because it don't taste like no Guardian water. It may be cold, and that's how they trick you. Don't let them trick you into drinking the cold sink water, they'll tell you it's filtered. It's not RO water.
You could also get a full conditioning system that it basically filters all the water going into your house, helps all your fixtures, your washing machine, your dishwasher, and the pipes so you don't have to repipe your house, calcium buildup.
It's a nice internal upgrade. You can kind of think of it like, you take care of your inside health, right? You're taking care of your house, the inside health of your pipes. There's things don't last forever, and we've had plenty of listeners that have had to have their houses repiped, and that is not fun.
And is your water fine? Get it tested. I don't know. I would say it's fine, but I got Guardian Water, so I know it's fine.
It's funny how easy I would yell, I'll drink any water until I had. You see what I'm saying? It's easy how I'd be like, I'm easy. I'll drink anything. I won't now.
GuardianWaterServices.com. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Search for @Tom and Dan Live on social media. Tons of stuff on our YouTube channel. Lots of behind the scenes, Melissa clips, Swervy Jones cartoons are on there. Behind the scenes stuff is on there. And it's a nice place. Like and subscribe @Tom and Dan Live on YouTube.
Two giant events happening this weekend in downtown Sanford. Bad Business Beer Fest on Saturday and Sofa and Suds Couch Races on Sunday. Me and Daniel will be on stage hosting the couch races and calling them the whole day. Yeah. That starts at 2 on Sunday, and then the Beer Fest, the pouring starts on 2 on Saturday.
Some people have... sorry. I didn't want to interrupt.
So just get your sample cup and wristband before 2 so you're ready for the pouring.
Yep. You want to be... You want to be ready to go. Some people have said that our hosting job of both Sofas and Suds and the Beer Fest, but namely Sofas and Suds, that our humor has saved people's lives.
No, really?
Yeah.
Well, I knew that.
You guys are heroes.
Yeah, sure. We are. Most of Sanford, they're like, those funny guys are back. They're so funny.
Let's do some Nerd Jock.
All right, buddy. Nerd Jock on deck. Go.
Jack.
Nerds.
Jack.
Nerds.
Jack.
Nerds.
Jock, nerd, jock, nerd.
Jack.
It's Nerd Jock with EJ. How you doing, Tiny Hat EJ?
Why's your hat so
At least
small?
you didn't call me a waterhead today. That's nice.
I know, how dare you?
You can't say that. You can't say that.
My God.
I said that's what you guys
EJ
called
said
me
that,
the
not
other day.
us.
Look at that tiny water hat.
Oh, man. This goes well with my shirt and
It
everything.
does. It looks good.
Yeah, I know.
It looks good.
So when I walked in, coming back from lunch, Daniel's like, "Are you going to tell Tom where you're going on vacation?" And EJ's like, "No, Tom will hate it."
You'll make fun of it for
And
sure.
I'm like, what kind of monster do you guys think I am?
Have you listened to the show
I've known
lately?
EJ for
You
10
made a guy
years.
cry earlier today.
I didn't want to bring this up,
he
but
made himself cry.
I didn't want to bring this up, but we have had we've been getting a lot less and fewer guests because
You scare everyone away.
You have been making fun of all of the people that come in
Yeah.
here and kind of crapping on them a little bit.
Boss Baby's not here anymore.
Yeah.
You got Bird Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Sam and Ross
Butler,
are barely
Sam,
here.
Ross only comes here because
Yeah.
of the Venmo. I know that.
He's getting paid. We had this discussion for 2
I told you not to tell anybody. I said, I wrote it down.
I wrote you a note to not say anything.
I said, don't tell the W heads. They want to write it.
And then you drew a tiny hat.
Anyway.
I'm working less for sure. So my value's better.
Where are you going on vacation?
We're planning on going to Tasmania, New Zealand, and Australia to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
I told
Yeah.
you he wouldn't. I told you he would not clown on that.
But we're going for the Lord of the Rings stuff. We're going to go see the film location.
That's still awesome.
Right?
I agree.
The flight over there. I've thought about taking my family to
Oh, we're not taking the
Australia.
family. It's just me and the wife. We're leaving
He's
the kids.
doing it right.
Oh, you're
He's doing it right.
Yeah.
Well, your kids, they want to see the world.
No,
no.
don't.
You know what?
They'll look at the screen the whole time.
You know why I
it's
like
a waste
you?
of time.
You know why I like you? You're like me, and you realize that dragging your kids along for grand adventures is a waste of time because the only adventures
not
that
gonna
will
appreciate
matter
it.
to your kids are their own adventures.
Yeah.
These family adventures that you're loading up,
All that loading time is wasted.
it is a waste of time.
You're wasting
It's
your
a
life
waste of time.
loading
You're
up the
giving,
boat
you know why?
and
'Cause
to go to St. Augustine
You're
and all that
giving
stuff.
them your
Yeah.
memories, not their
Hold on.
memories.
The boat trips that my dad used to take me on,
No.
when I had to do all the work,
Block
I
it out of my
remember
mind.
the bad ones. The good
Well,
ones,
yeah,
I
you
don't
have to
remember
do
at
all the loading. I
hated
do the
it.
work. They just get on and they're awesome vacation.
Right, so why would they
Exactly.
remember that? Why would they remember just wandering onto
Make
a
them
boat
do
and
the work.
wandering off a boat?
Hold on. If
Don't
I ask
remember
EJ's
that.
kids, like, hey, you want to go to New Zealand? Australia's freaking awesome. They're like, yes, I do. But
No,
for sure they will.
they're not going to want to sit on the flight for 20 hours. They're not going to want to do the whole
Just 20 hours of
layovers.
Roblox. That's how
pretty
I
good.
sell it.
Yeah.
Are you a goddamn salesman or what? Hey, dude, I'll tell my son. I'm
so
scared
glad
of the
you're
flight.
not taking your kids.
We
That
took
is
them on a
such-
cruise and they complained the whole time. I'm like,
This
no.
is such a
Oh, cruises
one-up on
suck.
Tom. This
Yeah.
is such a one-up on
Australia.
Tom. You're the better vacationer than Tom. You might even be a better dad.
Yeah.
You might even be a better dad.
How
'Cause
does
you're
not
doing it
bring
I
right.
his
definitely
kids-
know a better
Because
dad.
he's
I'm
gonna
at least
enjoy
giving
it.
him grit.
'Cause he's
My
gonna
kids
enjoy
are in
it.
karate and jiu-jitsu and dance, and they're doing hard stuff.
He's right. You're fighting a fight. Like whenever you take your kids on these you took your kids to the side of a volcano. They don't even know. I bet you if you ask
No,
them right
they
now,
loved it.
what was the volcano? They
Yeah.
go, what?
No.
What was your favorite part of that trip? Ask them today.
They don't
I
know
guarantee
nothing
they
about
will
that.
forget. They're like, I just remember the flight. took
Because it's
forever.
not their trip. It's his trip.
I show them all the time. They love it. They're like, I love every trip.
Look at this
They
and
love
tell me
it.
how much you love it.
They're just doing that to
Yeah,
appease
they
you.
love it.
Oh, you're doing
They're just
it.
doing that for sure.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh,
You know,
thank you. I
what's your
appreciate
kids'
it, yeah.
emails? I'm gonna email.
Email my kids.
Yeah.
Are you on the list now too?
I'll find them. I'll find them on Roblox.
You know what? It's not. It's totally fine to email to other people's kids.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
totally fine.
All right. So New Zealand.
New Zealand and Tasmania and Australia.
Yeah, that is an awesome trip.
Yeah, because I had to list it because when we apply for the passport, you had to say the locations you're going to.
I might have you grab me
Yeah.
something while you're there.
Okay.
Like a sticker.
Like a
Or,
Foster's?
yeah, a sticker or a keychain of some sort. But
Okay.
yeah, I hope you guys have a good time.
Yeah, we're going to go in March. We want to see Hobbiton while it's still in bloom, and also like the snowy mountains. Maybe see the mines of Moria.
Hobbiton and Bloom.
Yeah.
The how long's the flight again? 17?
20 hours.
20.
Yeah, because you got to go to L.A. and then you go maybe to
Yeah.
Hawaii for a layover, and then hopefully
That-
we could do the layover in Hawaii.
That's rough for someone who doesn't drink.
No,
Because
I might take some
I don't-
Ambien and try to sleep.
Yeah, I don't
the
know
whole
if I
way.
could do a 20-hour flight sober.
Because flying is good when you drink. Other than that, not so good.
Yeah.
Because after a certain amount of alcohol, you're just like, I don't care what happens.
Yeah, run it into a mountain. I hate everybody
See,
anyway.
that's the opposite. I would be paranoid that if I was drunk, I couldn't do anything to save myself.
What are you gonna do?
Be able to swim. I'd be able to
quick,
swim
hold
further
this-
than you.
Quick, hold this tiny hat. It'll save you.
Have you seen? I mean, if you're rocketing into a mountain, there's nothing you do.
I would be
more
worried
the
about a water
ocean.
landing.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I mean, what's this cartwheel? It is on fire on the ocean. You have no chance.
If you get like one of those FedEx end over
Yeah.
ends,
Oh, man.
it'll wreck your day.
Yeah, all these when you're sully.
Hopefully Tom Hanks isn't on my flight.
Like when the Hudson River is glass, you can land in it. When it's a rough Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
you're
8-foot seas.
You're not coasting in.
No.
You're just
You're hitting
cartwheeling
every
the
wave.
fireball. Anyway, all right.
What do you want to start with today, buddy?
Well, let's go jock stuff because we were
All right.
talking about the onside punts earlier.
Yeah.
We should definitely talk about that in Pete Carroll. And
Yeah, last night's Monday Night Football game, you have Las Vegas Raiders versus my Dallas Cowboys, because apparently I've drafted everybody on their team.
yeah.
And
Well, at least you pulled it out, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I knew you only needed 14 points from 3 players.
In
Yeah,
the-
so-
in
Geno
my-
Smith stinks.
in my fantasy team, I'm doing really well.
That's good.
I'm in my in the
guillotine league,
guillotine
yeah.
league. I'm not doing well.
How
in the
you
money
do, Tom?
league.
Old man Carroll looks confused. I didn't.
He looks like he can't hear.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has that look. Like
Right, he's, like, trying to,
look
like-
at my eyes.
I
Here.
don't even blame him. The
When he
guy's
does
in his
this,
70s.
like when you can't hear something, and like no, but this is what he looks like. He's like,
And he's trying to focus, and yeah.
And he makes his eyes bigger like he's trying to open his ears.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but when you're in your 70s, you are close to death. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just by human lifespan, you see?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
not
it.
for Rob Dyrdek. He's going to do
age of death is like
120.
72, so yeah,
Rob
he's past
Dyrdek will
that,
do
yeah.
130. Easy.
For
He'll-
adult males in America. Yeah.
You're not as good as you ever, the good ones as you ever was, or whatever the hell thing is. You are
Easy for you
bad
to say.
across the board.
I would argue, though, I'd go up against you that Pete Carroll looks better than most coaches. He looks good.
Nah, I was watching
No,
last
Sean
night.
McVay
This guy's
looks a lot better
old.
than he
He looks old, but he's lean. He doesn't look
Yeah.
like big old fat Andy Reid.
He's not Andy Reid, yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
I mean, like, there's some coaches.
Dan Campbell. Yeah. Dan
Dable
Campbell
before
looks-
he
yeah.
got fired,
Yeah.
that guy looked like you needed to go to the hospital.
So last night, I experienced something in fantasy that a lot of people have experienced, and I call it death by 1,000 cuts. And it's the worst game to watch because and I'll explain the scenario. It's a game where you're ahead in your, in
fantasy league.
in your fantasy, but like all your players have played, and like 3 of your opponent's players are up on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And so you're up by like 38, 40 points, right? So you have a smaller chance, like maybe a 30
If
to 40%.
one of these guys get hurt, I'm golden.
Yeah. So you still have a chance to win. So you have to watch the whole game, and then
But
PPR
you don't have a chance to, not to take your role in this, but what you were doing on the gambling page last night is the exact opposite of what you tell anybody else.
Yeah, don't chase
You
it.
had a 0% chance of winning that. You were not ever going to win that in the fantasy league you put in the players.
I have like 38% chance.
That's a 0 chance. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going
Below
on to
50,
Tom
yeah.
Van Matt,
No,
that is a 0%.
I almost lost by 5 points.
You lost. It was always a 0% chance.
It wasn't.
It was always a 0% chance.
You're mixing, you're mixing up the
still
math.
comes to the chance. If one of those guys gets hurt, or 2 of those guys get hurt,
1% chance is
that's
0.
automatic. You're going to win.
Yeah, I had a 40% chance.
See, with him, it's depending on what side he wants to be on the
1%
argument.
is
He'll
zero.
argue it.
He moves
No.
the ball goalposts all the time, for sure.
He's the
all
king
the
of
time.
moving the
Yeah.
goalposts.
Oh, I say 1% is 0. Then that
No, but the fact is,
40%.
No, but
the-
you're saying 38 is just as good as 50-50.
But just because you had 40% chance, I'm saying in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah,
because
you
he always
normally
does grand
say
scheme.
38% is not good enough.
Yeah, 38% is a
That's
zero.
not the edge you want, right? In
No,
gambling.
of course not.
Yeah,
So,
you had a 0%. You might as
No.
well have had a 0%
No,
chance.
no,
I sound
that's
just
But
like
now,
Tom.
now you're saying the opposite of what you usually do.
It's just as much as
We
0%
do pay attention,
chance.
Tom. We listen to you,
No,
which is
no.
a bad thing. We probably shouldn't.
No. What, I don't even know what the hell you're saying because that's not true. No, I don't say anything.
No, I'm saying
don't
exactly
say
what you say.
anything.
If you had a 38% chance of winning, that might as well have been a 0%
No,
chance of
no,
winning.
no.
Yeah,
That's not- no.
yeah, based on
If I had
what
a-
Tom typically says.
If I had a 1%
Why are we
chance, it'd
arguing
be
with him?
0.
He's not going to listen.
No, he never will.
No.
Does anybody listen to me?
I do.
We do.
No,
That's
you
the
don't.
We do
problem.
listen.
That's
No,
the
no.
whole thing we're saying right now. We do listen to you, and you say this all the time, and
All
then
right.
now you're changing your stance.
All right, I do. That's not true.
You're not a flip flopper.
Anyway.
You stand firm.
No, I was just saying. And then
Okay.
every catch I'm watching and slowly
Oh,
eking
just
away
slow
with it.
cut, but
So during that game, the Raiders get a safety, right? Or I guess Dallas gets a safety on
Yes,
the Raiders, and then all of a sudden they set up for an onside kick. I see old man Carroll go over to the refs and like you have to announce an
You have to
onside kick
announce,
because of the new
No
rules
surprise
of the
on
kickoff
kicks anymore, yeah.
because of how the new kickoff rules are.
Yeah.
So you have to announce it, and onside kicks have been not successful this year. It's like 2 and 38 or something. And all of a sudden, the kicker is holding the ball as if he's going to punt it.
Yeah.
Even the broadcasters were confused. They're like, "Oh, it looks like he's going to punt it." And apparently, after a safety, the kicking team has the option whether to regular kick it, like if an onside kick, punt it, or drop kick it for the onside kick. So they did an onside punt. And I was like, what the hell's happening? Like, I've never even seen it. And so then, and as long as the ball goes 10 yards,
travel 10 yards, yep.
then it's open for even the kicking team.
Yep.
Now, the only problem with this is the receiving team can call for a fair catch.
Yep.
And then in that instance, then the kicking team cannot interfere with the catch.
Yep.
So that was weird.
That is weird.
But because at first I was like, oh, now it's just a jump ball, essentially, because you can't kick it longer than the 45-yard line is the rule. Like, it had to be in a certain zone, but it was like it has to go further than 10 yards to count. But then after 10 yards, then anybody is like, it's up for anybody.
Is it correct?
You got everything right.
I went to ChatGPT for this, and I just want to make sure you guys, if this is right. Was it's saying that this has only been done 3 other times. The first in 1980, Dolphins-Bengals. This is Don Shula. The second it's claiming, though, is 2025, Bengals-Lions, Week 5. And they're saying they said after a late safety, Cincinnati lines up for the safety free kick and essentially performs an onside punt, trying to get the ball back. Amon-Ra St. Brown fair catches it, and the Bengals are flagged for an illegal onside punt, ball landing 1 yard line, and allowed onside kick zone under the new rules.
Oh, so they were short on the punt.
But so they were trying it.
But it was never. I guess they didn't see anybody talk about it.
Yeah, it wasn't executed
close,
correctly.
Yeah.
So honestly, this has only happened twice.
Twice, yeah, because it was only successful.
It's been tried.
One was a penalty,
times.
so it doesn't really count as a play.
It's never been successful.
No.
Although it does. Okay, I liked it because if they took the fair catch out of it, then I like it for at any time. Like if you're down and you want to do an onside kick and like to do an onside punt,
why not?
And then just is essentially a jump ball where all the players get underneath it.
Yeah, that would be exciting. To watch.
It would be exciting to watch, right?
With no fair catch for the onside punt kick.
Very much like a Hail Mary in the end zone.
But they're trying to keep player safety thing, and that's the problem with that. That's the reason why they won't do that.
No, but
with the fair catch.
This seems safe because the ball's coming straight up, and then everybody's just around in a group jumping up and getting it.
Yeah, but
you're not running full speed.
That's usually not the scenario. Usually you have those guys that are just, your job is to nail the guy that's supposed to catch it. And they would be going full speed at him, and he's up in the air looking. He's a defenseless receiver at that point.
You're right, and that's why the fair catch. Like you don't want to. So there has to be.
You would level that person if they're looking up to catch the ball as you're coming at 10 yards.
You're right.
Full bore. And if you're not getting blocked, if one guy doesn't get blocked, that guy's getting destroyed.
Now the punt in last night's game, the punt was so high that the hang time was so high that they were standing waiting for it, and then they forgot to call a fair catch.
Is it supposed to be a sky ball like that?
Yeah.
Well, it could be anything.
Well, what is I guess I would need to talk to a kicker. Like,
what you usually want to do is you want to do a drop kick, so it hits the ground, so it's automatic. They can't call a fair catch. That's usually the best scenario you want to do if you're going to do the.
Is it live ball?
Yeah, because it hit the ground already, and then you kick. So it's already touched the ground, so there's no chance for calling for a fair catch, even though it went in the air, but it already hit the ground first. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you drop?
That's what a drop kick is. Yeah.
Oh.
Instead of doing the punt, it's better to do a drop kick because then you can at least fool them, say I'm going to punt it, and they might try to do the fair catch, and then it's an illegal fair catch signal as well.
I remember Doug Flutie did a drop kick one time, and that was another time.
That was fun to watch. Yeah,
I was like,
to make the field goal.
Yeah. Like all of a sudden he went back. He was a quarterback, and then he went back for a pass.
That was the only way he hadn't scored, and that's the reason why they did that. Yeah.
And I remember watching it. I was like, "What the hell just happened?" Like, I love seeing stuff. That's like, by the way, NFL, you have way too many rules. So, like that's the one thing that soccer is making fun of us about. Is the fact that
there's a buried rule in the rule book.
Well, there's just so many GD rules.
Very complicated.
There's so many rules that things have happened sometimes that we've never seen before. Like last night, well, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Well, they can't go to the analyst, and they try to. Let's go to our analyst, and he'll be like, "Well, I got nothing. Back to you."
Yeah. Well, you have to go to the referee and get the rules book guy.
I didn't finish this with you guys because it has been done successfully. I just want to.
Oh, Shula's one.
I want to go back to Shula real quick because
if anyone's going to do it right,
I kind of glossed off over this. But in 1980, Dolphins-Bengals, September 14th, 1980, Dolphins are down 16-7. They give up the safety. Don Shula has punter George Roberts hit a short pooch onside punt on the safety free kick. Miami recovers and goes on to win by 1 point.
Wow.
Okay, so they did recover.
See, that's one thing Tom has over me. He got to meet Don Shula. I never did.
I got to meet Don Shula.
That was kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was. There's a lot of tension in that room. That man carries a ginormous...
he's gravitas for sure.
Mega shadow.
Yeah.
So,
one of the biggest sports stars I've ever met.
Another thing that happened Monday Night Football last night, and because I noticed it because I was playing against CeeDee Lamb, is that the first drive of the Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And then the commentators noted it.
Yeah, I love that because I just bought Pickens for all of my leftover fat money.
You're done.
Well, no, he eventually
it's
did
worth
well.
it. Yeah.
And then it looks like who's their coach? Schottenheimer.
Yes.
They're like it looks like Schottenheimer's maybe
Disciplining them.
teaching them a lesson, not starting them. And then I was like, and then it was like
You don't believe in that, do you?
No, it was the first drive. They're laughing on the bench, whatever. First drive, and then they immediately went in and started dominating. And then I was like,
You're spotting the Raiders a couple points. Is what you're doing.
The old punishment.
And I was like, it was like, what just happened? It's like this is weird. And
Usually it's an internal thing, like a team rules thing that they probably violated, and they don't want to tell the press or anyone, or it could be gambling and they'd be cheating that way too, because that's been in the news a lot lately.
So it was like a punishment, like you can't start. So technically, our first drive you won't play.
Yeah, you're not getting the first drive. I had that happen to me in high school because I forgot my cleats when we played at Wide World of Sports in high school.
I had
to go back and get my cleats.
I would never make my star players not start because they forgot their cleats. That's Coach Dan talking.
It seems like not a punishment at all.
We still got blown out, so it didn't matter.
You're punishing your own team.
You're punishing your team. It's like it doesn't seem to affect Pickens and Lamb.
Cowboys need wins. So.
But that's the coach's mentality. You want to at least keep cohesion with the team, because if the team starts falling apart because one player has advantages of others and you're treating them to favoritism, then you have a problem with the whole team.
Well, it's like fining me $1 if I cursed on the radio. You see how little I'd care?
Oh, yeah. It's legal for a price at that point,
Or telling me like you're not allowed to broadcast tomorrow.
I get a day off? What are you talking about?
Like, I don't know.
It
It just seemed like a weird, and then it's just confusing to everybody. It's like, oh, what's happening? And then they asked the coach about it, and the coach is like, I like those guys. It's weird. It's like, all right, what the hell just happened?
Those are my buddies. I will say, and Ryan, our buddy, Ghost of Manute Bull in the Twitch chat room, he said, I wish my team had cohesion and a competitive spirit. I agree. Sometimes I do think that the difference in a Falcons franchise and like a Steelers franchise is that there is discipline.
It's a team instead of an individual.
No, but there is this
because that's what the Falcons are right now.
They're a
bunch
mess.
of individuals.
They're just an undisciplined mess.
But the Steelers kind of work together most of the time.
Well, most bigger teams, your Dallas, your Steelers, Green Bay, like these heralded like franchises that have been around forever. It seems like they do have an internal system that works well, and that's what makes them. That's what
the
you
Patriots
always
right
look
now.
for.
God.
What's with the GM? What's with the coach? I don't really know, but whatever this is that we're talking about, this like policing yourself, keeping everybody up to the highest level of competitiveness seems to work in other places. It's not working in Atlanta.
It's 100 of microtransactions that we don't know and can't see, but it does make some sort of a difference because we all look at the same teams. Don't look like no matter what happens to them, and then like in Washington until they got new ownership, all of a sudden now, even though they're not playing well this year,
but they were good last year.
Injuries.
It seems, and then it's like the Jets organization seems like it's always a mess. The
Dolphins.
Vegas organization, Dolphins, they've been a mess for a while. It's like I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
but,
rebuilding since the 80s.
All right, what's next, EJ?
We could talk about let's talk about the Orlando Pirates, the IFL league that's coming from Massachusetts to come here.
I saw this. Now,
are you buying in?
Are we advertising?
I think we should take company money and buy in.
Maybe I could do a Pirates thing every day.
There are
every time I come in.
It's a 0% chance this works, right? Is there? I mean, unless there's something. Now, here's the thing. I say that without knowing all the information. Now, maybe they have a better ownership with this Arena Football League. Not this particular team, but like the whole league itself. They have a different way. They're getting a deal at the arena or getting some sort of better
maybe
marketing.
Some TV money. Maybe getting some money from Tubi or something like that.
Like maybe there's something I don't know, but if it's everything I do know, how does this work?
I don't know.
Like, how does a new team come in?
I haven't been to the Predators since you were Drunky the Bear in the stands kicking field goals.
But at least...
you can say what you want to about the Predators.
Yeah.
The Predators were, in the 90s, a successful...
Even early 2000s.
And a championship indoor football franchise. There was a time when they were making money.
That was the thing to go to because the Magic were so bad at the time.
They had tons of sponsors. They had They were running buses from Daytona Beach. Me and my dad got on a bus and went to a Predators game. That's how popular it was.
So I know something behind the scenes with these.
Because you were
arena
owner,
football.
you're part owner.
And just
did you have 1/64th of the team at one point?
From talking to Bushy, I lost my ass. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, it was thousands of dollars. It was
$4,000.
It was real money. It was real money.
I can't wait to tell you.
Want to throw something at him?
How awesome New Zealand is, and they're missing out. This is once in a lifetime. You got a Florida education.
You could have took $4,000. You could have went to New Zealand.
You know what? I like stirring. I like stirring
What's
the pot.
What's the plane tickets cost, EJ?
I don't know. That's the wife's problem, not mine.
I enjoy stirring the pot so much
expensive.
that I am going to get you EJ's kids' email addresses.
Okay.
I'm going to make that happen for you.
So the money that you make from these teams is the advertising and marketing money inside the arena and with your sponsors.
Everything on the sideboards.
Bushy
and all that
was
stuff,
the ticket money and the concessions, all that is nothing compared to the advertising money. And because all these arenas, especially if they're new, like Kia, they're built with so many different advertising opportunities with the screens and everything, and then so many in-game
multimedia stuff.
So the banks, and then everybody, and then all you have to do is fill that place, and then a lot of times you get
it justifies the advertising.
Seminole County schools, you fill the upper bowl with free tickets, and you do first responders night. You just get people in there because
got to do the troops.
Because once you get
troops get in for free.
You get 8,000 to 10,000 people in an arena, and now all your sponsors are happy. You're I'm saying
concessions are happy,
and
you
so,
might make some money on some T-shirts and hats and stuff.
Get a free pizza if we score 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And then you're just filling it. It's essentially a show that you're selling marketing money in commercials, and every time out there's
Is it any different than a street festival? It just happens that a football
mega capitalism
football game broke out
game.
at a beer fest,
and that was the reason why Bushy at the first time left and the Predators, because when they built the new stadium, they gave all a lot of the marketing rights to the Magic, and
he would get mad about Mercedes,
and then the Magic was making it you can't
do this,
have any other bank sponsor. We only
got Fifth Third's bank. You can only use Fifth Third's. You can't use Truist or something.
And then so then they're like, wait a minute, I need to use my own sponsors. This is all the way the money goes. And then they're like, no, we made a deal with the city because the city didn't know the business, and they were just like, you could have the rights to the only bank sponsor and all these other ones. And that's essentially what killed the Predators back then at the beginning.
Yeah.
So and now if that changes, the problem is though you need time to make those relationships with those local sponsors to fill and make the money.
Yeah.
And if you don't have enough revenue to hold the Arena Football League and keep it going to build that, then you never get off the ground and you never can make.
I mean, this is
it's hard to establish. Once you do, you're pretty good.
This league is established. It was the merger back in 2008. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I mean, part of your. I think David Siegel had scooped up the team at that point.
The AFL and the IFL
then the
came together?
The IFL came together. Now there's only the IFL, founded in 2008, 14 or 16 teams now. 8 players, 50-yard, you know the deal.
Yeah, the regular indoor football league rules.
I guess they used to be the Massachusetts Pirates, and now they will be the Orlando Pirates.
Now, the pirate name is
We have nothing pirate. though.
We used to have Pirate Adventure over
Yeah, but like Tampa's Pirates, we're gonna take it on the chin on that one. I'm already
they're gonna say we're the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
We don't even hear Pirates in the neighboring city.
We should have done something different. And then somebody said we should have done Predators. No.
Nope.
We should have just done something completely unique.
So I can't imagine it's successful, but I wish them luck. You know, it's like if they make it like, I guess, family friendly, like Solar Bears have always done a good job, but the Solar Bears have been around for
forever.
25 years.
Why don't we make it like the old Predators where it wasn't family friendly? Why don't we pull them tees out?
I don't
Why
think
don't we
there's
dress
enough
like
money.
hookers and
Yeah.
why don't we dress like hookers and
It's a
pimps?
different time.
Maxim magazine
No,
and Hooters
Yeah,
all
I
over
think
the
we
place.
need, I think it's
Yeah.
Maxim magazine.
I love that quote.
We're in a different society and time now.
I want to go to the Orlando Pirates and I want to be like I'm walking into Stuff magazine.
Oh, what was that strip club that used to be in New York that was really famous that Stern used to go
Peppermint
to?
Rhino?
Is it Peppermint Rhino? Yeah. We should be the Rhinos and just make it like that. Spearmint Rhino, that's what it is.
Yeah, something like that. What else you got?
Let's talk about college football. Miami has a chance. Like, I still don't understand the rankings of college football right
A
now.
lot of upsets this
Like,
year.
oh yeah, like Miami beat Notre Dame. They're ranked higher than us. Miami beat Florida State, who beat Alabama. They're ranked higher than us. Make it make sense to me.
Well, you know who does understand it? The people that do it.
That is, or the people that are making the money, because there's so much money in Alabama. There's so much money in Notre Dame.
It is
Miami's
weird.
definitely a bunch of fair weather fans. I'll give that. That's the one thing Miami always has a complaint against itself.
Here's what I do know: they put more thought into it than I did, so it must be better.
Yeah, there's probably a reason. Yeah. Because
like,
what if Miami comes up there and
there's
lays an egg in the first round, and then we just look really bad too, like Florida State did that one year.
Yeah. There's a
where all
lot
their
of
players left and like, okay, we got blown out 55-0.
and they're getting scrutinized at all time, which will make them better.
Yeah.
So like they're thinking about it.
Well, Beck is not going to be the Heisman. Like our freshman receiver Tony, he's amazing. He should be the Heisman front runner right now for us. If you're
Hey, it's me,
past that.
Tony.
Yeah, Malik Tony, I think is his name.
Yeah, he's good.
he's really good.
Really good.
He threw a touchdown. No, he threw a touchdown last week. He threw a 40-yard pass this week too. Like they're pulling all the plays out of the playbook.
I
It's
like
fun.
it. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back on our fourth segment with some nerd news.
Yeah.
We're
It's a
gonna-
new thing we're doing where we
Break it up.
break it up for you to give you enough time to digest it.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Jordan Foley's here. How you doing, Jordan?
Oh, my
I'm doing fantastic, gentlemen.
siren isn't working. I was trying to give you a woo. Yeah, anyway, hey, good to see you,
Good to
man.
see you too.
It's been
Thanks for having me
this
back.
This is the newly married
Yeah.
No, congratulations.
Jordan.
Thank
Foley.
you. Thank you. I'm hitched.
The pictures looked beautiful.
It was
Bride
beautiful.
looked beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You looked okay too.
Lot of tears. Thank
yeah,
you.
Not
Thank
bad.
you.
Not
Thank
bad.
you.
He did what I wanted to do, but I don't have the stones to do it.
The hat?
The hat.
I got so I am now sponsored, or I am an influencer for
Yeah,
Two
say
Roads
it.
Hat Company. You get 15% off if you use the code Foley15 at tworoadshatco.com.
Yeah.
And you get yourself 15% off.
Straw
And so-
hats,
yeah.
caps,
So I was just
felt
like,
hats.
I was like, hey, like, you know, I'm getting married and I want to wear one of your hats, and
He
they
looked
worked
cool.
out a deal with me, and
He had the
That was a good marketing.
It looked
Yeah.
cool though. Like
Yeah.
he and his bride had the like really styled like her dress had like black accents,
black,
right?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
he
it
had
had
like
black
was it a
accents.
gray hat,
it
like
was
a
white,
silver belly,
white.
or like
it was
oh,
ivory white.
Come on, man! It just looks so. cool.
So real quick, Kyle Keller, who's really one of my best friends out of Gainesville, singer songwriter, he is also a fossil hunter, and he collects, you know, stones and arrowheads and shark teeth, and so he provided pieces to use for the bolo ties that all my groomsmen and I got to have. So I had this like awesome agate stone
That's
as a
badass.
bolo. Yeah.
I want a shark tooth bolo tie.
If there's anything you should wear as a Florida businessman,
Oh, yeah.
it is a
It's a shark tooth bolo tie.
Yeah, but I always lose it though, Jordan.
You know what I
You
mean?
gotta get one of those megalodon, like
I want
massive.
a big shark's tooth here, and then I want the two leather, I don't know what those are
Yeah.
called, straps. But
The
then at
leather
the
lace.
bottom, I want the bottom of them to be little anchors.
All right.
Right? Little
That'd be
metal.
cool.
Like little,
What if you get hooked on something? You got to be
hey,
careful.
what if I get hooked?
What if I get
Come
hooked?
get hooked.
Do you know how much
thank you.
time I waste in my life looking for my cell phone? It's like
I do.
it
That's
must
my
be-
wife. My wife is literally losing her phone. She loses her
Yeah,
phone
you
every
drop
day.
your phone a lot like an old grandpa.
If I had a shark tooth bolo tie, I'd be like, "Where's my goddamn bolo?" I gotta
Literally, every night before we go to bed, Mariah goes, "Where's my phone?" Without fail.
Really?
Oh, every night.
there's
She's
missing.
gonna hate that I said that.
Yeah, I can edit it out. That's fine.
no.
You know, you're newly married. No sense in causing problems.
Hey, we're legally bound, baby.
There's two types of people in this world: the type of people that know where their phone's at all times,
Yeah.
and the other people are just looking for it
Just
at all
doesn't
times.
care. Yeah, who cares?
I have mine in my pocket most of the time.
Yeah. And then when you put it down, it's always the same place on charge.
It's right here. I put it on the little arm bar. And
Yeah.
stuff
I
like
put
that.
it down at different place at every single point of the day. I'm like, here, let me just put it on the edge of the couch, and then
it goes.
And then I'll walk and go to my truck, and then I'll be like, what the hell? I'll be walking around, and then I have to go.
But it's right in front of you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
been there the
in
whole
like
time.
a weird spot.
Have you ever lost your phone while on your phone?
Oh,
I've done that.
Wow.
I was on the phone with my dad years ago, and I was like, "Where the hell is it?" And he's like, "What?" And I went,
yeah. You do it when you're leaving the house.
Nothing.
You're talking to your old lady, and you're leaving the house. You got your keys in your wallet. And you're like, "Where the hell's my cell phone?" And you're like,
can't
"Oh."
find
And then you're like, "Oh, am I an R word?" And you look at the mirror. Quantum leap.
Yeah, quantum leap. You can say it if it's quantum leap.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Jordan, let's
Yes.
talk about it. You got you're playing at Judson's
Got a lot
Live
of-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Me
tickets
and
are
some
probably
BDMs,
sold out.
Yeah, me and some other BDMs will be there.
Awesome.
We were buying up tables. I was at when I saw you. We went to see oh my God,
Molly Tuttle.
Molly Tuttle,
And
yeah,
Joshua Ray
and
Walker.
Joshua Ray Walker.
It was an awesome show.
It was awesome, but at that show there were other BDMs that were at that show, and I
Yeah.
convinced them. I'm like, buy these tickets.
Get
come
these
on."
tickets now. I was like, thanks,
so
dude.
I have buddies to hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so we're bringing a gang to
Yeah.
Judson's to see you play.
Yeah.
and you have some special guests and
I
things.
do.
Yeah,
So
can you talk a little bit?
Yeah,
about that?
my wife Mariah will be joining me for a few songs.
How
She's
cool
a
is that?
wonderful singer as well.
They sing
And
together, dude.
we,
How cool is that?
We wrote a song together, a new song. So wewill be introducing that for the first time officially.
Tom and his wife, their dream is to write a song together. I would love to challenge you and your wife against Tom and his wife.
Sing a
songwriting competition. No, in all honesty, there is nothing I can think of in this world like 180 opposite that you and your wife would ever do. And this is why I wanted to bring it up. Then write a song together. You and Crystal Van write a song together, and then perform it in front of people live.
Competition, me versus Jordan, his wife, me and Crystal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Plaza Live, if you're listening.
Yeah.
I'm going
Let's
German
make this
techno.
Well,
A little too hot.
Is she a singer? I'm guessing she's a performer. Obviously,
Yes.
I don't think I
So-
ever asked you.
No, yeah.
Is that something she does? Is that something you guys want to do together? or-
Yes, and yes. So Mariah is actually a part of the Victorian horror troupe, goth troupe Phantasmagoria.
Oh!
And she sings for them.
did
and
not know that.
Yeah, so she's their singer. And she did
Wow.
not, because of the wedding and everything, Mariah didn't get to do perform with them this season, but she's done like megacons with them,
Yeah.
and she's performed all over Florida with them and traveled with them. Mariah used to have a duo years ago here in Orlando. And what's funny is the scene is so tight knit. Everybody knows everybody. We didn't know each other. I didn't know her group. I didn't know anything. And so for her, and she's been in the industry, working in the entertainment industry. She's a talent buyer, so she's booking some big name shows.
Oh, wow.
Ironically enough, for Dr. Phillips Center.
There you go.
What's it like having something in common with your wife?
It's
This is why I brought this up. You can drink this.
let's get real deep.
Yeah, this next segment is called Tom Dreams of What Jordan Has.
I literally I think to myself, if me and my wife never met and we met each other right now
Yeah.
in our 40s, we couldn't even be friends.
Yeah.
we have nothing in common.
That's absolutely true.
Never
It'd be like
friends
two
with
people
this
in an
crazy-
elevator. They treat each other
Yeah.
like two strangers in an elevator.
Can't even small
man.
talk.
I'll tell you, it's awesome.
Oh, it's so great.
It's so
loving
great.
your wife.
I mean,
I love my wife. I have nothing in common
okay,
with
that's
her.
fair.
Loving my
We're
wife.
two
That's fair.
different people.
You just love that different person more than anything, but you have nothing in common with it.
it's
It's
great.
like loving a stranger.
It's pretty sweet. It was the thing that made me slide into her DMs in the first place. She posted a video of herself singing a blues song with a coworker at the time. And
I always think women that sing or perform, it's
I was
sexy,
like, here's,
yeah.
if I have one shot, one opportunity, here it is.
Do it, buddy.
And so,
it must have worked
and
out.
we had known each other. Since 2019, but I was always too nervous and too intimidated to ever reach out. And so finally, when I mustered up the courage to do it, it was because she posted a video of herself singing, and I was like, oh dang. I was like, you know, and exactly like you're saying, like, I think in my head that's kind of the person I've always wanted to be with, is somebody, because I'm so passionate about my music and about music in general that I would love to be able to share that with somebody. And so hearing her and then getting to know her and realizing like how much we connect over it, it's been very, very, very awesome and very helpful and exciting. And you know, she told me very early, like, hey, if you believe in yourself and you want to go for this, then like I'm going to hitch my wagon to you, and like we're going to go for it. So I think
that's the exact opposite of what your wife said. She doesn't believe in you at all, right?
Yeah.
Like, clear up. I'm getting foggy on the details.
Yeah.
But I think she says you're an old fool.
Well, yeah.
Quote unquote.
And
Old fool?
I'm less of a hitcher and more of a on the top of the train rider. like those
Fall
kids
off at any moment and die.
Like those kids in Mexico where you just get on top of the train and then you're going
more like a Mexican train kid.
You're like, oh, tunnel.
You're more like a brave Mexican train kid, and Jordan is not.
So it's pretty sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
and you know, it's even cooler that like I have somebody to bounce my song ideas off of, and she shoots me straight. Like, she's like, hey, like I wrote a very angsty song recently, and I played it for her, and she was like, yeah, like cool. Can you do something with it? And then like 2 days later, I went, all right.
I spent
2 hours working on this.
I just realized something. You guys sang each other some love song at your wedding, didn't you?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
we did not.
Are you okay now? Walk me through what just happened.
Because I could imagine.
You're going to be like, are you those kind of guys? Like, are you those kind of people?
Because I love those kind of people. But you know why other people hate those kind of people? Because they can't do it.
They can't do it.
They hate us.
It's not self-deprecating or anything.
You know what I mean? They can't do it.
We had a karaoke night at our rehearsal dinner.
That's fine.
Okay,
And we
fine.
sang as much as we possibly could.
saying,
That's fun and light.
Every once in a while, you're at a wedding and you're sitting there, you think it's a standard, and you're just like, get
and
this
now
over.
performing Shania Twain and Ryan White's From This Moment.
And then the bride or groom,
From this moment.
the bride pulls out his acoustic guitar.
He's going to do Santa Rita.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. Here's Wonderwall.
He starts singing a love song.
Wow.
You're like, oh my God.
Look, I brought my guitar.
Then they bring the aunt up. And she's
We were asked.
old lady singing.
We were asked by a handful of family members and friends, like, "Are you singing at your wedding?" We're like, "No." Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not working.
Yeah,
We hired.
This is your job.
I want to celebrate this love I have with this person I met.
I like my way that I do a podcast.
Are you going to jump something? Jump the cake, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh,
We did have some really cool entertainment though. We had a street magician. During, Mariah like had a buddy who was a street magician. We had Hannah Stokes perform
Okay, well, that's
at our cocktail hour.
That's quality. Right there, man.
DJ Dizzle Funk.
Dude, we love
threw
Dizzle.
down at the reception. We had a blast.
Oh,
It was
you
awesome.
got a cool as hell wedding.
It was a cool wedding.
Young
man.
people are doing it right.
We just hit up our friends. We were like, hey, we're we don't want to spend too much.
Yeah,
They're like, we got you.
I spent too much.
Very, very helpful. No, we still spent plenty. I'm not denying that.
What about honeymoon? What'd you guys do?
So Mariah and I went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, to the most haunted hotel in the country, known as the Crescent Hotel. It was very much haunted.
Tom doesn't believe in that.
He also
I'm going to go along with it. I didn't do anything.
You said,
Why you gotta smell
it is most certainly haunted. And then he went, God. He did two
dry
mouth grandpas. And when he gives you two dry mouth grandpas, he doesn't believe it.
He doesn't believe
it.
it.
You might as well have just said, like, I love the Bible.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, it was.
It's not
dude,
so
it was
much I don't
spooky, man.
believe it as it is not real.
All right, well,
There's difference.
I'll tell you one thing that so it was pretty haunted place. Like it was pretty spooky place. Like it used to be owned
That's
by.
fair. Spooky. He'll take
It was
spooky because he
spooky.
can't really fight that.
Yeah,
That's a
Can't
vibe.
fight
That's
it.
a feeling.
But like they were telling us things that like ghosts would do in the rooms, and apparently there would be. And like, mind you, I got to give this quick preface that housekeeping would not come into the room. They would just leave a bin of towels and toilet paper and like whatever you need at the front door. They wouldn't come in. And so the tour guide told us. The tour guide told us at one point, some ghosts will stack your change if you leave your change on the dresser. They'll stack it like in order. And so I left 3 quarters out, and I kid you not, I cannot make this up. I have a photo to prove it. they left a diagonal line, completely perfect diagonal line of the quarters one day, and I was already freaked out about it. I was like, nah, like that's not cool. And Mariah and I swore to each other that we weren't going to mess with each other. Because I would have been the one messing with her.
Yeah, but women lie, I'll tell you that. We're going to throw that out there. But I don't know about men. That's unconfirmed.
But wait, so...
If I'm the owner of the hotel, I'm sending someone in.
I'm sending someone in to screw
I'm
you.
sending a brave Mexican train boy in there to stack the coins.
So the next day, though, they were turned into a perfect triangle.
I like that.
Like, and I mean, like, perfect.
I mean, fake or not, do it. You know, like I'm in.
Yeah,
like,
there were a handful of other things. We took a photo of a mirror from a distance, and there was like a dark black hooded figure in the.
Oh my god!
If
Kanye West was in the photo.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
He had his black Klan uniform on.
If I'm a ghost, I'm doing more than just messing with your change. I'm messing with your wiener, your wife's. You know.
I'm definitely going through your wife's thing.
I am standing outside that shower, good sir.
I'm watching you.
I don't know. The big one, he's but the little ghost is perverted.
I'm leaving a ghost turd in your suitcase.
Well, it was crazy, and the town was like on a different. It was a very interesting town. Everybody was like on their own time.
Okay.
We went up to a beer garden in town, and we were like, it was Monday, and we were like, hey, when are you open this week? He goes, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to get them to open on Thursdays, but we'll see. And it's like,
you can open it right now, dude.
Open it right now. I want a beer.
You're
what
here.
are you doing? Yeah. So it was an interesting town.
I need to put out a word of advice to small towns and islands. Get to work. Because, I was in St. Augustine and my kids wanted ice cream, and we're standing at your door with the posted time when you're supposed to open. And it's like, oh, guess what? No one showed up. Get to work, St. Augustine.
I thought you weren't like me, so you're acting very Daniel right now.
What's the business?
I thought you were.
Why even
hey, do it when you want to, man. We're all just here having fun.
That was literally an art. The guy who ran an art exhibit said that. I was like, "What time do you close?" And he was like, "I don't know. It depends on when somebody comes by and says you want to hang out." And I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah. Otherwise, it's 5." otherwise 5 o'clock.
The fact that you are even a business implies that you like money. You need money. Just show up on
the Ozarks, man. It's another. Another area. It's an interesting area.
They got good bacon in the Ozarks. I like
the
their
food
bacon.
Was amazing.
Yeah. What kind of food do you eat in in Eureka?
We had this really cool steakhouse called Gaskin's Cabin Steakhouse, and the weird thing about that place was that as soon as we sat down, they started playing John Prine music, and then when we left, they stopped playing John Prine music. So I literally asked the server, I was like, you know, this is John Prine, right? And she was like, no. She's like, do you want us to change it? I was like, what? No, stop.
No, this is what I like.
Yeah, I was this is perfect.
This is my jam. Yeah, I mean, I've done tributes too.
But that wasn't the food. The food was amazing. The food was amazing, yeah.
So the whole vibe there is kind of spooky.
And that's like Mariah's thing. Mariah's really into it. She heard it from a podcast, Morbid.
Okay.
Morbid talked about it. They did a full episode on it, and we didn't have a honeymoon set yet, and Mariah texted me immediately. She's like, we're going to the Crescent Hotel.
That's a good one. Yeah. I think that's
highly recommended. If you're into it, definitely go check it out.
We didn't do a honeymoon. We waited a little bit, and then we ended up doing like an 8-day cruise or something. If I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have done the cruise. I would have done a destination somewhere, but it's all we had to do at the time.
We did old school. Left the next day, morning to Germany.
I like that.
I just read a comment. It says the ghosts happen to be geometry teachers.
I don't know what that. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. I'm not even seeing what they're saying.
There is something
be currency.
Now it was stressful as hell, but something cool about just taking off and leaving the country. The day after literally the morning, you're hungover from your own wedding.
I was going to bring that up. You were so hungover that didn't you crap your pants in the German flight pod? Not to embarrass him, but it works good for the show. It was a squirt of oil on his rear end.
Oil. And I was like, God, it stinks.
Yeah, and the whole plane in the sleep pods, the Germans were like, "Was ist das? It smells like einer poopen."
And I was blaming the Europeans. I'm like, God damn, Europeans, they don't use deodorant.
They must be playing soccer.
We waited a week to avoid that exact incident.
Give it some space.
Real quick, you're going to be a kind of a resident at Little Indies coming up.
Yeah, so I'm announcing it on Wednesday officially, but I will be doing a residency at Little Indies in December. 3 shows, Tuesday nights. Will Walker hooked me up. Such a nice guy. Shout out to Will and shout out to everybody over there. So I'm excited to be doing that. Judson's show, Judson's live tomorrow night at the Dr. Phillips Center is my only show of November.
There might be one or two tickets left if you want to join me.
Yeah, there's like limited view seats and then there are
Sell it
ADA seats. So we're very close to selling out. So folks, if you haven't gotten your tickets
What
yet,
are ADA seats?
handicap seats.
Oh, I don't want
like
those people
handicap
there.
and assisted.
I don't want those people. I'm kidding. I'm messing around. Messing around.
I joke.
It's easy to pretend to be that.
It is. Well,
For me, it is.
we did that. We got ADA seats for Stevie Nicks. Mariah got them at one point. She's like, if they need us to move, we'll move.
Yeah. I like the cut of her jib. She
Most
knows
of the
what she's
time,
doing.
no one's sitting
She's
there.
a gamer. I like that. Yeah, most of the
She's
time
a
they're
seasoned
not.
vet, yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
she's right in that.
Yeah.
I believe she's right because I don't know her, but I just from looking at her, I could tell that if somebody
She's a
walks up
keeper.
to her and says, "Hey, you got to move," she'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, no big deal.
We bought these tickets. We didn't know.
Yeah, no big deal.
If no
know.
one's using them, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You're just they're right there in the front.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So then we got that. But yeah, man, 2026 is going to be a pretty wild year because I'm going to be hitting the ground running with touring now. I have a booking agent.
Wow.
In January, I'll be hitting the road with Spencer Thomas.
That was the one I wanted to ask
formerly of Future Birds.
Yeah.
He used to be with Future Birds.
Big
so now
band.
he's gone on his own.
Big band.
And so I'll be hitting the road with him through Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and back. I'm getting pitched for a handful of artists that not necessarily confirmed yet, but being considered for a handful of festivals. My agent Sterling, he was like, "Where do you want to play?" And I went Bonnaroo and Newport Folk Fest, and he was like, "All right." So he submitted me for both of them. So I mean, like,
Hey,
what are you
stranger
gonna,
things have happened,
Yeah,
right?
better to try than not try at all. And so, got a lot of really cool things in the works. I'm going to be going into the studio here to finally record some new music. I've been wanting to hit the ground running on that. And the band is still very much in play. The Wheelhouse, they're sticking around. We have two weddings this year. Our bassist is getting married in a couple weeks.
That's awesome.
And so we just haven't had a whole lot of time to focus on it. So
Family gets in the way sometimes, but it's good stuff.
So we're getting back at it. So yeah, looking forward to a very exciting year coming up. Thanks so much, guys, for having me and letting me plug all these things.
Dude. We love and give everybody in the band some love from us, man. And
we'll
anytime
do.
you got something to plug, come on
We'll
by,
do
man.
for sure.
JordanFoley.com.
JordanFoleyMusic.com.
Very
Jordan
close.
Foley on Instagram, though.
All right.
Jordan Foley on Instagram. My friend, thank you so much for
Thank
being here,
you.
man.
Thanks for
I'll
having
see you
me.
tomorrow. And
Looking
anybody
forward
else, get on the Dr. Phillips website, see if there are any seats. Just let's sell it out, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Dino Jimmy in the house. How you doing, Dino Jimmy?
Always a wonderful time to be with you guys. Hello, everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much for having me back again.
Ross
Always.
McCoy is also here with us. We're going to talk some dinosaurs. So,
And
Jimmy.
just to give you the context of the vibe in the room, Tom just lost an embarrassing argument about books to me.
Yeah, he did. He did. What? Yeah. Why even argue anything books with Ross? Books are not your strong
I didn't
suit.
argue. He just
You
said, when you
absolutely
said
did.
blurb, I was like, no, that's not it.
You argued so badly that after we went to the internet and confirmed it, you said, I don't know.
That's my favorite
I
one.
did that, I don't know, as a joke.
Do you know?
I did that as a joke.
He does that to me a lot. You know why I like those are the best? Those are the ones that make me feel like, well, then everything we just did was a waste of time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a bullying.
It didn't matter. Oh, I love it.
It's just a small bully when someone tells you something and you're like, I don't even know. There's no reason for me to say that. Of course, I have no idea. I'm a moron. Anyway, so Jimmy's here to talk about a book that your buddy wrote, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm here today for a bunch of different things. It's been a wild month for dinosaurs, and when crazy things like that happen, I always want to bring it to you guys first because so many really cool things have been going on. But the first thing I want to share is that so my buddy is Dr. Dean Lomax. He's this big paleontologist over in the UK. He's one of the world's leading experts on marine reptiles. He's done a bunch of different documentaries and things. And so this is like his 11th book. But he's coming to Florida to do a big promotion with it. We're actually doing a full theatrical show where it's myself and my friend Elaine and then Dean, and we're all like talking about paleontology experiences, and and I'm going to have the whole museum and everything set up in the front.
Whoa.
So it's a whole ticketed event. But like what's amazing about it is that you come out here for one night, you get to see some incredible talks from really passionate paleontologists and people who are in the field, literally, and you get the chance to see all these really cool dinosaurs. All the cool stuff that I bring in here every time, that's all going to be there, plus the stuff that I can't fit in the studio that I've been dying to bring
Tom,
to
a real dinosaur.
There'll be real dinosaurs. and we're going to fight up against the Catman.
So when is that happening?
That's going to be on Wednesday, December 3rd. That's at the Sharon Performing Arts Center. And so you can actually see that the tickets are available now, and they've actually been going very fast. So we're very excited to see that a lot of people could be there for this one. But
well, it's kind of a limited. I would imagine that he doesn't, do this sort of thing in Florida very often.
No, not
Where's
often.
the Sharon Performing Arts Center?
That's up in the Villages.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Sharon, it's this huge theater, and it's a one night only thing that he's going to get a chance to come do and really get a chance to kind of share some of the really interesting experiences. And Elaine has really wonderful stories too, because she's a paleontologist, but she's also a lawyer, and she's like someone who's like, yeah, you know what, I've just been really passionate about this sort of stuff, and I want to go and I want to embrace this thing that I love. So she's sharing her story about how she was able to bring the day in the life, turn that into following real passion. And she's actually helped a lot of people out with her stories and the adventures that she's gone on.
So give us an idea of some of the stuff in The Secret Life of Dinosaurs, because this implies that there's a life that dinosaurs led that the rest of us probably don't know.
Yes. So the way we know things about dinosaurs, about the prehistoric world, is based on the fossils and things that we find.
The Land Before Time films.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot still makes me so sad when I see him.
The historical
Yeah.
documents.
Oh my God. His sweet little face.
You know, I did a talk at the Enzian not too long ago, and we watched The Land Before Time, and I brought a whole new generation of children to be traumatized by that. And in my little pre-talk, I showed there's actually a particular place that we have found that had those kinds of dinosaurs in the same place at the same time. And so I found this little spot. It's like, if you want to visit the real Great Valley, it's this little spot in North Fork, Utah, where we had Tyrannosaurus, we had horned dinosaur, not a triceratops, but a horned dinosaur.
What was ducky? What was ducky?
Ducky, yeah, and so there's a duckbill like that one. I got a lot of duckbill stuff I want to show you guys here today, because they've had a wild couple of weeks here,
Put it
too.
on my bill.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that video going around, but it's wildly popular.
Have you heard Duck Job? All fortitude. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
No, what's up?
I've training 49 years. I've been training to do Play With My Balls by Duck Job live. Let's do it live. I can do a live Duck Job anywhere in the world.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Drop me in the middle, anywhere. Like, go Duck Job live.
I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not be there for it. So thank you, Pete.
So,
Absolute cinema.
That'd probably be a good way to open Secret Lives of Dinosaurs.
Duck Job live?
Yeah.
Duck Job. My dad loved Duck Job. Oh, my God. My dad loved Duck Job. Somewhere in heaven, when my dad's flip phone rings, the ringtone is Duck Job. In heaven, my dad will be getting a call. He'll answer it. Oh.
Going back to the book.
Yeah.
So what are some of the secrets that dinosaurs had?
So this covers a lot of the things that have showed us a lot about behavior. So like the cover of the book you can see here is a two-headed lizard.
Okay.
Because we have found a fossil of an adult lizard that survived with two heads and lived its entire life, and the entire fossil is perfectly preserved with the two different heads right there on it. And this covers all different kind of things, like how dinosaurs like not only lived their lives together, but when we talked about how we finally found some of their softer parts, like we could see like the skin and their butts and things like that, like all that stuff is trapped in here. We look at things where animals are having, there's all these different creatures where it's dinosaurs and mammals all living together in this one little like a warren, like they're sharing the same space. There's
and that's odd because we don't associate mammals and dinosaurs like obviously not living symbiotically together, but more as predator prey, right?
Right. You always think of like the dinosaurs stomping around and like these little rats are just barely getting out of the way of their giant footprints. But right here, like you can actually see here's a fossil where a mammal and a Psittacosaurus have curled up with each other, and like the mammal was kind of biting it a little bit. Like they were interacting, they were living in the same space with each other. And so a lot of these things are just really vividly drawn. An artist named Bob Nichols who put all these really crazy things together. including
But based on like actual fossils, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, like you'd get like static fossils. You get like here's this fish dinosaur. We found it in a big slab of limestone, and this is what it looked like when it was dead and all splayed out. But now I don't know if it's advances in science or advances in how archaeologists are getting stuff out of the ground. But we're finding more dynamic. They're finding more dynamic fossils, like stuff you'll find like an animal biting another animal, or this animal was sheltering its eggs, or whatever. Like fossils that show part of what was happening at the time, not
Wasn't
just
that, like-
a dead animal in mud.
Like 2 weeks ago or something with the soft parts you were talking about. Like, wasn't that I was trying to decipher an article. These articles get a little spicy. You can tell that you can tell when we found something that is significant.
Yeah.
When I'll start reading an article about it and it'll lose me halfway through, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're really into this. This is a big deal. So can you explain that a little bit? What happened a couple weeks ago when they started finding, like, weren't they finding like full complete skins or?
Yes. So we've been able, because like to what Ross was saying, our process changes. You know, when we find something new that we didn't expect to see before, we're like, okay, how'd you find that? All right, everyone start doing this that way. So instead of just like blasting bones out of the rock, now we're more careful. We look for like little pieces of what could be there beyond the animal.
Sure.
And that's giving us the chance to answer some of these behavioral questions that we didn't know for a very long time. Like, for example, 2 weeks ago, my buddy Filippo, who's a paleontologist out of Italy, published this insane discovery of how dinosaurs got down that we've always wanted to know, because it's a behavioral thing you don't necessarily see. So we looked at...
And this is your buddy.
Yeah.
He's publishing these.
So
like,
by getting down, you mean
down.
blasting bones?
Let me scroll down to the scientific article and to the actual diagram that they
do
put
a
in here.
missionary.
Yeah.
We've got it narrowed down to 5 possibilities.
I
God.
No, this is entirely about how dinosaurs made it. Because
you know what
it's
they
been the
love?
question.
They love the 69.
Hold on. So I would have just assumed, like, it's like many other animals, it's the classic a doggy style.
A doggy? Is that what you I think it is how they say the classic a doggy. Why don't you become friends with Dino Jimmy? Hey, good to see you.
I was trying to fancy it up for Jimmy. I was embarrassed saying doggy style.
Doggy style.
Well, what's the scientific term for that? Like a rear mount?
Canis very familiaris.
Okay.
No, so yeah, so you see this, like, you got those memes that go around of like, how would this dinosaur wear this hat? Would this dinosaur wear its tie at the top of the neck or the bottom?
It's usually pants when I see it.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
I love those.
And then occasionally you'll see the ones like, okay, well, how does Stegosaurus mate? Because they got the big the plates and the big spikes on the end of the tail, and it's very dangerous how you pick that out. And so we scientifically approached that question, and Filippo and his team said, no, how would they get down at that? So they looked at the fossil evidence, like, well, no. So this is actually one of the dinosaurs that they studied. And this is Olorotitan. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs of all time because it's like a duck-billed dinosaur. So you can actually see a dinosaur like this without the big hatchet crest. You can see this one at the Orlando Science Center. So it's a Edmontosaurus.
My wife has an immense hatchet crest.
And so this is what the skull of this guy looks like. And so the head's, I think it's really amazing looking to see it all like this.
Okay, so that's an actual size, like
Oh no! These guys were gigantic. So
okay.
this is like a sixth of the overall size. This thing would be huge.
All right.
And so when you have a huge animal like that, we find so many of these things because these were like the cows of the prehistoric time. They lived in big herds. They had lots of numbers of them. And when you have a huge volume of animals like that, you get to find some really cool things. So some of them fossilized really beautifully well, and they lived in very vast climates and areas. And so we have full mummies of some of these. We can actually see all their skin. We know that these stripes are not artistic interpretation. They actually had stripes like this because we see patterns in the scales. So let's look at the hips. When you look at the hip bones here, you can see these little bits that come off the top. We call those processes, right? And so what Filippo did with the team was they studied the processes of a bunch of different kinds of duck-billed dinosaurs, hadrosaurs as we call them.
Okay.
And what they found was that there were two different types. We had some where they were kind of straight up like this, and others where they were kind of like bruised and broken and bent a little to the side. And when you find those kind of breaks, we call them pathologies, because if they break and they start to heal, you know what happened while the dinosaur was alive. So it's like, how did this happen? And they start weighing all the options. Were they getting preyed on? Is something eating them? No, because
Was
they
it a
healed.
skateboard accident? Very low probability.
Entirely possible. The 2-footed ollie grind, it's hard when you have 3.5 feet.
Yeah, that is a hard trick.
So like, you have all these different things going on, and then they're like, did it get rolled over? Did it fall down a hill? No, again. But what if this is how they were actually made?
It's from the doogie.
It's from the dino style. So they found out that these bones were just gonna put that right there. These bones were breaking and healing again as the dinosaurs were mating, which told us two things. It shows us the behavior of how they went about doing it.
Dropping it down, man.
yeah,
He's
hadrosaurs
doing it.
really good at it.
And
I mean, I
they
can
get
only
loud.
imagine if my wife had to go to the emergency room.
Breaking her hips every time?
Yeah, that would not be good.
Oh, my God.
So now with that particular dinosaur,
Yeah.
I would have guessed it was the rear type of mount because of
you're a
Because
pervert.
that's what you guess for every dinosaur.
And, you think about it, and this guy thinks about how dinosaurs do it all the time.
You know, it's funny. I've never thought about it once. Like,
No, me
it
neither.
never crossed my mind. But a Stegosaurus, you're right. Like, they couldn't have done it like that because of how. Or sometimes animals have this weird thing where they like are able to lift their tail and move out of the way in certain instances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and like open themselves
Sometimes
up.
things fold out, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
One of the possibilities was doing something like this, where they kind of do what they call a cloacal kiss, where they just kind of
That's called
like,
scissoring
Yeah.
in the lesbian community.
This is 96 is
Yeah.
what they're doing here. They're just facing away from each other.
The lesbians call that scissorings, or I call it two grandpas kissing.
It's a classic butt to butt for all the audio listeners.
But with all those things together, now it not only shows us that this is how the dinosaurs actually mated, but it also gives us a clear way to see which ones were male and which ones were female. Because we really haven't had a way to figure that out too much. We've had a couple of the ways we could think about it before.
Do they have?
Oh, why though?
They had no way of writing their pronouns down.
Because a lot of the soft tissue doesn't usually fossilize.
Right.
And so we can't find those kind of sexual organs in a fossil makeup like this. There was one case, there was a Tyrannosaurus rex that we called B. rex that was found with a thick layer of extra bone inside of its leg. And when chickens are getting ready to lay their eggs, they build up extra layers of calcium because the eggshells are hard. And so we find that same layer of calcium buildup. We're like, oh, this must have been a female Tyrannosaurus getting ready to lay some eggs.
That's amazing.
But that's the connections that we
Yeah.
got to make. It's like, what's the modern animal doing, and how does that work in the dinosaur world? Because they kind of did it first, and we're worked up to like what we have now. But besides that, if they weren't like egg-laying animals, we weren't quite sure. So now, if they weren't of the egg-laying age or like in breeding season, we weren't quite able to tell. But now, Filippo and his team have given us some new things to think about and new things to look at. So you can go back and look at those same 5 vertebrae there and say, oh yeah, those are broken. That's the lady.
So is there ways though to also look at like bird behavior and then kind of deduce backwards,
like
okay,
reverse engineer what dinosaurs, how they behaved?
You know, because just like birds, if you ever watch Animal Planet and like you'll see a bird attracting a female in one way or the other through like its foliage or feathers or like
fancy car.
Sometimes I get a bunch of garbage and put it in front of their nest.
Yeah.
And then when the female bird finally does come over, like the mating happens super fast to the point where it's like almost like, "Grr," and then it's done.
Sometimes the bird orders the Uber before they even start.
And I wonder if dinosaurs does it just hit real fast, rub together, and then out.
And that's I'll piggyback my question on the end of yours. Like, in movies, like somebody in the chat room earlier had said that they just got done watching Jurassic Park, and they're so filled with dino misinformation that they love it when you come on so you can give us some like real dino information. But like, like in movies, the trope is that dinosaurs kind of move slow, and they're like,
Yeah.
and they're like looking, and like, but if they move anything like birds, then they're gosh damn mega fast. Like when I watch Ross's bird feeder and a bird's he's all like he's so fast.
Yeah.
And it made me. I've always wanted to ask you, like, to go into what Tom's saying too. Like, are they quicker than we think? Like, were they?
They are so much quicker than we think.
And we've made them be like these slow lumbering animals because of movies, but that's not how it was.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Right. And the slow lumbering dinosaur idea applies to only a handful of them because they were just so massive that moving too quickly could be difficult. But most of the dinosaurs were actually fast. They were fleet-footed. They lived in very dynamic environments where they had to survive every single day.
React.
And being slow, unless you're covered in plates and armor or massive enough to bat away any predators, you weren't going to stick around too long. So yeah, dinosaurs were very fast. We actually have we can do some quick math. We find footprints. And we know how tall a dinosaur is. And so when you see how far away the footprints are, you can figure out how fast they're moving. So we can see that some of these guys could actually pick up. And some dinosaurs like T-Rex, would be... Usain Bolt would get away. I don't feel good for the rest of us. But other dinosaurs could be incredibly, almost like fast as some big cats out there, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of times we think if an animal's big that it just moves slow as lumbering. But like even a manatee, if it gets spooked, it will swim fast away. Like there's videos of groups of manatees like being spooked and swimming away fast, and it looks crazy because the amount of water they can move. So it's like, what the hell was that? But it's like that's a bunch of manatees. Like they're strong. You know,
the only problem
like,
with most manatees or those type of animals when they get spooked is they push a lot of water, they move away fast, but for some reason they think they diarrhea at the same time. Yeah. And that kind of kills the point of like you rocketing away super fast. I want to be like, look how impressive that is. But when I see a cloud of brown diarrhea, I'm like, well, I don't know, not that impressive.
Do you know why they do that?
No.
They got to drop weight. They gotta get rid of whatever's there holding them back, and then they go. You know the stories you hear about, like the car on the kid, and the woman comes over and flips the thing over.
Yeah.
That's something that a human being can do in a moment of like crazy adrenaline.
Sure.
You can do it once, and then you're not moving for a week. Your body has to recover. When animals have to do these quick bursts of getting away, they're using a lot of extra energy that they were holding on to. So, like, I can do this once or twice, and then once I'm in free for safety, I got to, like, sit down for a while, and then I'm going to be very cautious about, a lot of food at that point, eat as much as I can, and kind of build my energy stores back up.
I heard some of these animals, though, were watching influencers on TikTok, and they could drink and do the hard workout lifestyle, so they can't.
So, Jimmy, what else do we got in our bag of goodies?
So, in addition to the news about dinosaurs mating, we also found something about the way dinosaurs grew up. So there's another dinosaur that is back in the wild again, and this one's called Nanotyrannus. Now, I remember back in like the late 80s, my dad cut me out a news article from New York Times when this thing was first announced. Like, we found a tiny tyrannosaur. It's the first of it. It's a tiny little dinosaur, but it's just like a T-Rex. It's like the difference between a lion and like a bobcat, and it's like the coolest thing ever. And then other scientists were like, well, what if it's not a different animal? It could be like a teenage T-Rex or a little one. We haven't found too many babies. So
that'd
maybe
be a great show, Teenage T-Rex. I'd watch the hell out of that.
A CW original. It's just so much angst.
Yeah. Oh, he's such an emo boy.
Yeah. It all happens in a high school, even those won't be invented for another 48 million years. But so, like, there's this idea about, is it a teenage dinosaur? Or is it a different animal altogether? And we've been going back and forth on that forever. Like, people have like come to fists about this. They've been fighting this, like literally like hating each other over it. And so a couple of weeks ago, friend James Napoli, who worked at the Museum of Natural History, and Lindsay Zano, who is an absolute superstar in paleontology, they've been working on this skeleton that the entire dinosaur was found locked in combat with a Triceratops.
Whoa.
The entire thing is one big block. And they've been studying it to try and figure out if they could answer this once and for all. And they came to the conclusion that, Nanotyrannus is its own thing. Not only is it its own thing, but there are more species of it. It's like there's at least two different kinds of Nanotyrannus. Because you think of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. We all know the two words of that.
Sure. Yeah.
Because Tyrannosaurus is the genus name, it's like the first name, and then the last name is Rex. Most people don't know the last names of other dinosaurs. You think of like a Stegosaurus or a Apatosaurus, and then you let the rest go. Nanotyrannus now has two different kinds of last names. There's the Lancensis, and then there's another one which is Lethius, which means like it's from the river Styx, but like the Roman version, it's like wiping your memory, forget all your past lives. So it's kind of a cool thing. And so now what we thought was a teenage T-Rex is actually just another kind of animal that lived at the same time as this. And so when you look at this jaw, and you compare this to like the jawbones of a T-Rex that I brought in before.
Wow.
So you can see this. Yeah. So this is the front of the nose of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. We call this the maxilla. This part right here is just the front little bit of this up to right here. So you can kind of see the similarities about how it's just a much more...
Oh, yeah.
massive
10 times bigger.
Yeah, absolutely huge. And so that's why we were thinking, this is probably just the baby one getting ready to grow up. But now we know that's
its own, yeah. And then there was a bunch of these, and that was full grown.
Yeah.
And there was just like many T-Rexes, basically.
Exactly. And that's that. Knowing that it's full grown is how they figured it out, because that's the approach that hasn't been taken before. So what James and Dr. Zano did was they looked at the inside of the bones, because you can break open the long bones, you can cut them and measure them like the rings of a tree.
Oh, wow.
Because you can tell how old dinosaurs are because they have their happy seasons and their difficult seasons, and the bone growth actually makes like the tree rings.
Similar to what you were saying about the female dino.
Yes.
And building up her bone, material. Yeah.
And so we count these bone rings, and we figured out that the Nanotyrannus here was about 14 years old. Now, when we look at Tyrannosaurus, if it was 14, it would be this big. But this guy is only this big. And so it's got to be its own different thing. And by looking at those, the inside the bones like that, but measuring those specific things that you can compare, that's how we were able to figure out that this is an entirely different thing. And so now we just have more exciting and awesome dinosaurs out there to explore.
Jimmy, I got a question for you before we go. It's like dinosaurs were around for a long time,
Yes.
right? And a lot of people don't believe or don't even understand like how long the actual dinosaurs lived on Earth, and how long was it?
Hundreds of millions of years.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs had about 140 million years that they were living in the stretch from when the first thing we call a dinosaur to the meteor impact that wiped everybody out was.
And there were
there was like kind of dinosaur-y stuff before that too. There was like, some lizards with maybe like claws and stuff. We were working our way up to dinosaurs before that too.
So those were things that look kind of like dinosaurs. So you buy a bag of dinosaurs at any store, you're going to get a Dimetrodon, which is a big sale. You're going to get a pterodactyl or something like that. And those aren't quite dinosaurs, but they're along for the ride.
So were there any dinosaurs that developed any sort of hyper intelligence or more intelligence than we once originally
Smartosaurus?
thought? Like, because this leads me to another question of like, were there any dinosaurs intelligent enough to do anything other than eat and breed?
Did dinosaurs make podcasts that we can listen to?
Entertain themselves in some other way, like an octopus or a dolphin or other intelligent animals that actually do something beyond.
Like you want dino games, right?
Yeah,
you want ways that they were like able to entertain themselves.
So some animals are smart enough to actually have to entertain themselves and not just survive.
T-Rexes cannot play chess, Tom. They just don't have the arms for it.
But is that a stupid question?
No, I don't think that's a stupid question
It's not at all.
It's also something I've never thought of, and that's interesting.
I'll disagree with the whole room. That's a stupid question.
Okay. Thanks for being here, Ross. I appreciate that.
No, so these are the kind of things, these are the kind of questions that we don't start to think about until we get pointed in some direction. And when we think about those questions, and when we have that question, then you try to think, well, how would I answer that? How could I prove that dinosaurs either had some kind of intelligence or had the ability to, perceive and understand their surroundings and try to make something better of it? And how do I know that they figured out how to have fun, these kind of things? Because they had difficult lives, and so they had to find something to pass the time, right? But we look at the bones of the skull. If you find a really complete skull, you can put them all together, and the space on the inside is where your brain goes.
Yeah.
By looking at the shapes and the sizes of different dinosaur brains, there's something that they call there's your IQ, and then there's an EQ, and it has to do with the basically the amount of neurons and brain cells you could fit into that particular space. And so some scientists have used that as a point to say, well, because this has so much extra brain juice going on in there, it's probably really, really smart. Or they look at it compared to the rest of the size of the body. So one of the
like
dinosaurs,
a Pachycephalosaurus, for example.
Pachycephalosaurus has a huge head,
Yeah.
but that is all
bone in the front.
thick bone. It's like up to 9 inches thick of just solid bone, and there's a little brain on the inside there.
And your diet, too, matters, too. Like,
Yeah.
the more fat is better for brain production
Yep.
and things like that, right?
That's right. Yeah. So the nutrition that you have coming in, your body breaks it all down and uses it for something else. Dinosaurs did the same thing.
That's why EJ's so smart.
There would actually be an argument against it.
I'll keep working on that. Sorry, I'll keep working on it.
But so there's a dinosaur that was long considered to be the smartest possible one out there. Is a creature called the troodon. And so the troodon,
Oh, yeah, they look like aliens.
they do a little bit. Yeah, there's a scientist
eyes.
named Dr. Dale Russell who took this creature and he said, "What if the meteor never came down? What if the dinosaurs never went extinct as we know them and didn't turn into a bird for a second? What if they continued on with our robust 1985 understanding of what dinosaurs were?" And so when we go from there, he created this thing called the dinosauroid, which, yeah, to Ross's point, looked like a little green alien with reptilian eyes and long fingers and things like that. Because, if you could follow this brain getting bigger and bigger as it tries to, build more tools and things like that. When you look at things like crows, for example, crows are crazy smart.
Yeah.
Crows have figured out how to use tools. They have figured out how to unlock things. You can do puzzles. There's so many, bro. If you swipe through and you see all the different crow videos online,
They'll
it's
recognize
wild
people's
stuff.
faces and
Yeah.
remember them.
Yeah,
They remember
I like
them for
crow videos.
Yeah.
years of time. Like remember human faces and things.
They
Right?
can steal cars.
As long as someone's along to tell them which one is the blue wire, because they
Correct.
can't figure that part out. But outside of that, the crows are incredibly intelligent, and they've learned how to adapt into these tools. And crows are dinosaurs, because modern birds are actually dinosaurs. And so in that same continual growth, because they have those three-toed claws and the feathers, and they are part of the lineage of the dinosaurs that were smart enough to get out of the way from the tidal waves of the big impact that killed everything.
We have a person that is a street performer that owns a pet crow who's going to be on our show in the next couple of weeks. Yes.
Not a
Yeah.
busker if you're relying on the crowd.
Yeah, no, we learned that earlier. Unless the crow plays the fiddle.
Well, Jimmy, how do people get tickets for this event? Again, it's December 3rd.
December 3rd at the Sharon Performing Arts Theater. So we've actually got the tickets are, you can find them through United Arts directly. You could find them through my page on Instagram and things like that. And actually, we're doing a giveaway right now, and I want to share a couple things here because I've been very grateful to you guys for giving me the space to come on here all the time and to come talk about this stuff that's
Talk
really
about
fun.
dinosaurs boning.
All the time. If I can find a room to just talk about dinosaurs going at it, it's a happy day. But so we've got a couple tickets, and I'd love to be able to give some away to a few of your listeners as well.
Yeah, man.
So I'm doing some contests on my Instagram page at Dinosaur Podcast, and people can join us here. And then I'm also going to share some stuff with you guys that we can put for the BDMs and the folks listening here today, because I would love to make sure that everyone gets a chance to come out and see some cool stuff and meet Dean and get a signed copy.
This is
of the
going to be a
book
big
and all
event.
that
Awesome.
Yeah, this is huge.
Also, Dino Jimmy's going to be at our beer fest.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out there
man.
set up right next to
Thank you for doing that.
to the
We're-
science
Thank you for having me
center.
back. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
it's one of my
dude.
favorite times.
Oh man, we're so
Always a
excited
blast.
you're one of the selling points, man. Like come for the free beer fest
Yeah.
and meet interesting, cool people that we care about.
Swing
you know?
by Dino Jimmy's tent.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's going to be next to the science center and go talk to him about everything. Yeah, I mean, listen, Jimmy's an awesome, super nice person. So just talk dinosaurs with him. Bring your family and
Yeah, let your kiddos check out some of the
Right.
stuff that you have. It's
So
all
much fun stuff
hands-on,
for the kids.
interactive, fun stuff,
He
man.
might let you drink beer out of an iguanodon skull.
You never know.
And Jimmy, plug your social media real quick.
Yes. So on all social media, primarily on Instagram, but I'm at Dinosaur Podcast, all one word. And that's where you'll find the information about Secret Lives and where things are going and how you can come and join us and be part of the fun. I'd love to meet you in person and want to shake your hand.
So
and show
the
you
chat
some really
room
cool
loves
dinos.
you, man. They
Awesome.
want to meet
I
you
love the
too.
Secret-
So
I love chatting
don't
with you.
just say it in the chat room. Come out to this beer fest.
Yeah.
Hang out and meet Dino Jimmy and get a photo.
Yep, we will be right back.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
All right, EJ's still here, and he's making me watch some old bull lists.
I'm going to say it. It
This
makes
is
me laugh when you say
me
it.
and Dan, because I'm going to turn 45 this year in less than a month.
Yeah.
And I used to watch WGN as a kid, and there was a show, Bozo the Clown.
Yeah.
Did you ever you didn't watch it on WGN?
You're a year and a half older than I am.
But I'm
You know
saying,
what? Bozos don't watch Bozos.
yeah. I guarantee you, Bozo didn't
I didn't
invest
grow up in
$4,000 in the Predators.
A different generation.
You're going to make him mad.
I know, it makes me happy.
Why are you trying to make him mad?
Oh, because he made me look stupid in front of his last guest he had in here.
Email.
Did he? Is that what I was hearing while I was
while you're pooping. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
I was pooping
He
and
was
you were
mocking me in
embarrassing
front of-
EJ in front of Jordan Foley?
I'm emailing
Good.
Frank Gore now. I'm gonna tell him that you're
Go for it.
You're not bringing.
He can't read the email.
All right, so why did you have me load up?
Okay, I was explaining to my kids of like things we used to watch as kids, and my parents are both from Chicago, and WGN is based in Chicago, and they did this show, and I wanted to go on this as a kid because there's this game.
Yeah, I did too.
The grand prize game on the Bozo Show. They pick a boy and a girl out of the audience to throw ping pong balls into pails,
Like in the buckets.
in the buckets.
Okay.
And you win.
and you win prizes as it goes.
And there's levels, right? Like,
yeah,
and then,
so like
it
there's
would get
the first
pretty-
bucket,
Like
you get
beer
you set the-
pong?
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But-
no. Think like a wooden board, like
Yeah.
a 2x4. Okay, standard length that you got at like a store,
Like 6 feet long,
and then
tops.
think of like every, let's say, foot. There's a small metal bucket that looks like what a clown would carry water in.
Or you fill it with like sand and
they
put out cigarettes in
Yeah,
it.
and then they've been
Each one
nailed
further.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
further and further. So
And
like,
each one is a different prize.
and let's say
the
there's
last one is a
10
bike.
buckets. Yeah.
No, there's 6.
Oh, there's 6? Okay.
And the last one is a $50 bill and a bike. So if you won, you get a bike. And that was the whole. It was crappy prizes, and they were selling.
Now they give away bikes at the Citrus Bowl. When you, like, you give them a pair of shoes, they'll give you a bike.
And so I was explaining this to my kid, and I'm showing him this thing, and I used to love when they picked a little kid, and they would only get the first one right, and then they would totally mess up on the second one, so they wouldn't even win anything.
Oh,
which
this is
would make
going
me
to
happy
fail.
'cause
I'm
a
going to
horrible
play
person.
this. It's going to fail.
And-
Tom's going to be mad at you.
No. But the other clown, I think its name is Cookie, says something way over the top, and I wasn't ready for it. Me and my son just died laughing.
Okay, do you want me to play this?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we
It's-
go.
A Michael Jordan poster from Ohio Art and comic books in print from Chaos in Print.
Wow, wow, wow. Those are great prizes. Ready to play some more? Take another ping pong ball. Aim carefully for bucket 2. Yeah.
Nails it. And it's like you just drop it in
See
the
how he
bucket.
touches the kid? Like,
Yeah,
you could never,
and he's taking pictures
you
and the
could
way he
never do
talks.
that.
Yeah, it's like Jared's right next to
You're
him.
like you get a kid throwing a ping pong into a bucket. Now you don't rub his head.
Tom could definitely do this. Tom could be Bozo the Clown for sure, and make tons of money and be like the Mr. Rogers again.
I'm a head patter. I also do a
I'm
little
a fist
shoulder
bump guy.
massage.
I'm a fist bump guy.
I'll give you a
Tom's
little.
not going to smell the hair. That's fine.
I'll give you a little Biden.
So, but the thing I laughed at is coming up right here.
Well, look what Cookie's got for you now.
Hey, it's that 1600 construction set from Ohio
Crappy
Art.
Legos.
And a t-shirt from Express Yourself.
My goodness, isn't that beautiful?
Somebody expressed themselves all over this t-shirt.
Never mind, Dad.
That's awesome. Somebody and my son are dying.
Hey, nothing like a good jism joke.
Right over everyone's heads. And I must have saw this as a kid and not got the
You
joke
know
at
what?
all.
I thought that was going to fail. I give you 5 stars.
Dude,
on
that was great.
Oh, a clown making a jism joke? You got me. This is the best. This is the best nerd joke you've ever done.
right in front of a girl, little girl at home.
Hold
Room
on.
of kids.
Look at the audience. It's the kids and their parents, and that's all that's in the
Let's
audience.
do it again. Let's do it again. It's so good. Let's do it again here.
That 1600 construction set from Ohio Art. And a t-shirt from Express Yourself.
My goodness, isn't that beautiful?
Somebody expressed themselves all over this t-shirt.
Never mind,
Never mind you.
But the never mind was like, what the hell are you trying to do? This is the easiest gig we've ever had.
killed. What are you doing?
You trying to blow a friggin' WGN gig, you a-hole? You're not ruining my gig because you're making a jism joke. And these two clowns are fighting. They're pushing each other backstage.
Oh man!
But it was
We are Bozo and Cookie the Clown.
Oh, we're so-
We are.
I don't know why you guys don't do this. You should have a grand prize show.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But it was at a time where to complain to the TV TV station. You first, like to
You
find
got to write a letter
Well,
and,
to find the
and
address.
snail mail it. Yeah.
to find the address of the TV station and be like, oh my
You have to go to the
god.
white pages and probably find
You know
it.
what?
Oh my god!
I'm going to do this, and I'm going to because I've been looking for a project for me and Maisie. Corny's cheesecakes in our Twitch chat room. By the way, those cheesecakes are freaking phenomenal.
Are they
Get
good?
the apple one. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the best cheesecake I've ever had. Here's the deal. I'm going to make the grand prize game with 6 buckets glued to a 2x4, and we're going to play it at a
you
BDM
should do it
event.
at the beer fest.
Yeah, we should
do it at the beer
We
fest.
should do it at the beer fest.
Oh my god!
I can do that. I got time.
That's easy to do.
2x4.
It's not even that hard to
6
do.
buckets.
And it's all kids, and then
Yes.
we just make jizz jokes.
I'm in.
Be like, you shot that one pretty far.
He's a shooter, not a dribbler.
Smells like pitch and paint in here.
Hey, up next we got Monica Lewinsky. No, maybe not. Hey,
Oh, this one's named Bubba.
How dare you?
All right.
He
what
died.
else?
How would you say that?
What?
Yeah,
The
he
other
died.
Bubba I was talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, that
Not the horse.
All right, what else you got?
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay, definitely. I went and saw Predator Badlands. Did you guys get a chance to see that? I know you guys didn't want to see it because it was all CGI.
Okay.
No,
But
I changed my
was
tune.
awesome.
Yes, because it's real CGI.
Yes.
Battle
It's like the
I'll accept
background
that,
is CGI, but the characters are real people, and the only thing that CGI was the face of the Predator.
You know what
most
I
of it.
like about
Yeah.
what you just did is that was a new bit called CGI wins over dad. No, I'm serious. Like you were positive about it. You're like, yo, it was
so
the good CGI.
The female actor that's a robot, that's an actual person.
Yeah, that's
and
Ellie
she has
Fanning.
a big dump.
Oh my god!
She is the
Well,
best
she cut in
ass.
But they cut her in half, and she doesn't have it during the movie.
That's the joke. Have you seen the meme?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a meme going around of her big dumper and then the picture of
a
her.
picture just cut in half.
Yeah, and they're like, what did you do?
Why
to
would
them?
you do that? You had the best trait of her, and you took it away.
So I've been telling everybody, I've been showing people the trailer and be like, this is all CGI, but it's not.
No.
Okay, all right. So, oops.
That's okay. Oops.
And
Oops.
the
all
character's
No one
name,
questioned it.
The character's name is Thea, and my daughter's name is Thea, but it's spelled different. And I should have brought her. I should have said, "Come with me and let's go see this."
Is it okay?
But it's spelled different. Yes. Okay. The way they get around with the PG-13
It's alien
is
violence.
there's no humans in the movie at all. There's not a single human. They're either androids or monsters.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Monster
it.
violence, I'm okay with.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. It's a little rough with the monster violence, but it's monsters.
Yeah, but
So-
those monsters, I would argue that there's a lot of those monsters are disgusting to begin with.
Oh,
so,
for sure, yeah.
You know,
It's
the Predator is-
justifiable, yeah.
He's not meant to look like not scary.
And you actually feel for this guy, like the predator, that's the antagonist.
You know,
or
I
the
actually feel for a
protagonist.
lot of predators out there. They're just misunderstood.
No, not that.
Totally
I
joking.
disavow that for sure. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. So if you get a chance, go on a Tuesday when it's cheap movie night,
Okay.
and it's worth seeing for sure. Or wait till it's on Hulu.
Okay.
Because it'll be on Hulu soon.
There you go.
And it seems like they set it up as like a kind of a buddy cop type of,
Yep.
you know, like it
Very
makes some humor in
It's
there.
very Rush Hour with like Chris Tucker doing all the talking and Jackie Chan just
Never
doing all
touch
the cool
a black
stuff.
man's radio.
It's basically that kind of because she's like asking him all these questions and he's just like, okay,
I hope
I'm
it's
doing my
blatant,
thing.
though. I hope he's like, never touch a predator's radio. I hope it's like just a black guy joke, but instead of black guy predator.
Yeah, with his dreads.
So do they work in him like
You want sex, don't you? You want him to take off the backpack and turn her upside down.
The Gravitron? Is that what you want? You want the
You
Gravitron?
take off the backpack and you just turn it upside down and you re-strap it on. And now we're going.
Oh my god, we went around each other too much, knowing exactly what he wants.
I'll use my second mouth.
Those are the xenomorphs,
You're laughing at that.
not the Yautja.
Turn the cameras on. Yeah, okay, let's continue.
Okay, the next thing I got, Super Mario Galaxy trailer just came out. Did you see that?
I did.
With Jack Black being still Tiny Bowser at the very beginning of the trailer.
I'm not gonna hate on it. The trailer didn't do anything for me, but remember I had sworn off trailers earlier this year, and now
Which
I'm
is a good
watching them
thing,
again.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna go into it and just watch it.
I'm excited about it. I don't know that much about Rosalita. I think is the new princess they just showed in the trailer.
I only know.
I don't know that story
Is she
behind
the
her.
blue princess?
Yes, I think so. My
Or is
daughter's
she the
really
yellow
excited about it.
princess? Peach is the pink dress princess.
Yeah.
Rosalita is the yellow dress princess, and then there's the blue dress princess, and then there's that one girl that just plays golf. The Italian girl. What's her name in Mario? She's the
I know which one you're talking
She's the one
about,
Donkey Kong's. She's Donkey Kong's love interest. I forget her name, but they put her in everything. But she's like looks like Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Donkey Kong gets you, Dr.
Bob.
No, that's like that lady that was like, I can't have sex with him. It's 10 inches of
two cans. Oh my God.
So this is going to be successful because the brand is too big.
Oh, it's too big.
Daisy
The
is
first
the
one was
yellow
good.
princess.
Yeah.
The first one was good, well written. Jack Black is good in it.
He does fantastic.
So it's like if they just stick to the script and the equation of like
add a couple more characters. It's the whole Sonic thing. They just did the same thing with Sonic,
and
adding Knuckles and adding Tails.
Okay, Christine in the chat room is telling me Daisy is Luigi's girlfriend. So Peach would be Mario's
Pauline
girlfriend.
is the other one.
And
Okay.
Pauline is Donkey Kong. Pauline's the one that, she likes them bigger.
Who's Toadstool get?
Toadette.
Hey, there's a Toadette.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really not fair that he has to go within his race.
Yeah.
It's not fair. Maybe he's like an Indian man that says you have to marry brown. A lot of my Indian friends are like, you got to marry a brown woman. You got to marry, like, I wonder if Toad is more of like traditional Indian.
It would also be funny if his genitals didn't have a mushroom.
Streamline.
You'd be like, "Wow, it's confusing."
I think you solidified you're the craziest here. in one quick
I
statement.
know.
Yeah.
We're bringing a buzz
I love
on a
it when
cloud, and you're
Tom-
talking about.
Tom can in like 7 words tell you he's the craziest.
Oh, for sure.
All right, let's get out of here.
Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate
Good
that.
job.
So
I got to run over to the passport office right after this.
For your trip.
Yeah.
When are you leaving?
It's not till March.
Okay.
So, I'm not calling you from there, no.
How long are you staying there?
It's supposed to be 2 weeks. Like
Okay,
it's from the 15th to the 29th.
Because you need, if you're going that far, you have to stay there 2 weeks.
Definitely for a long time, yeah. I got to figure out like the VPN so I can play Pokemon Go while I'm there.
Although it would be funny, a 20-hour flight, weekend trip.
I know people that do
Oh my
stuff
God,
like
just
that.
turn right around.
Yeah.
Oh
Monday you're
no.
back.
I got a buddy who works for, a theme park. There's 2 of them. You'll guess one of them. But he does a lot of those where he's like, oh, yeah, I'll be the weekend in China.
I'll go to Japan,
and then I'm
in the
back.
park. I know what
and
you
I'm
mean.
like,
Yeah.
oh, my God.
Yeah, do that over Zoom.
You would think.
No,
you would think,
a lot
but
of
a lot
that
of
stuff
times
that has to be personal.
And
and,
culturally, they don't work like that.
Yeah, you can't do a Zoom call with some cultures for sure.
I'm 100% just as good at Zoom. Guaranteed.
I kind of agree with that.
I think I might be better in Zoom.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
I
comfortable
offer-
in your own environment. You don't have diarrhea.
I do, but you can't see it.
I just got the background blocked out while I'm in the bathroom.
All right,
guys.
EJ. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And we will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, and if you're wondering why I'm growing my hair and my beard out, it's so I don't look like a ghoulie. Because I have the body of a ghoulie. I'm the same size as a 1980s, the ghoulie. If you look up ghoulies, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Sorry, don't mean to derail.
Our big events are this Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Beer Fest, Sofa and Suds. You guys know we've been telling you for a while.
That was the one we needed, too.
What?
The one where we don't plug it, that was the one where somebody was like, don't they have a beer fest? And you're like, we've told you about it. Goodbye.
Well,
And
you
they're
can
like,
look it up. Yeah, everybody's got a phone.
Yeah, you can definitely look it up. Weird job?
Yep, let's do it.
Shall we? Oh, no. Hold on. I can do this. No, we can do it. We can do it. There we go. Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dan really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you,
with us today on the couch, we met this gentleman when he came in to promote the Orlando Science Center to the Extreme exhibit.
Yes.
That
Which
is
you can still
ongoing.
go, you can go and check that out right now at osc.org.
But we got Zach Moldoff here from skatebuds.com.
Hey.
It's a charity based on skateboarding, and we'll talk all about that. But when Zach was in, about a month ago, he started talking about growing up in Miami and cocaine cowboys.
And you guys had Miami, you almost Miami bonding.
And
right?
then I was like, well, this is not the segment for this, but you got to come back in and tell us about this.
Yeah.
So,
well, he said one thing that piqued our curiosity was a family member that worked, right?
The witness protection program. But we'll get all to it. But first, let's talk about Skatebud.
Perfectly.
And skatebuds.com.
Skatebud.com. No S.
Oh, okay.
All good. No, it's a common people do that a lot.
I don't know why.
So there are many of you out there. It's Skatebud.
It feels natural.
Yeah,
to
it
put
does.
an S at the end.
Yeah, but that's what's
There's multiple friends.
You're gonna
right?
make friends.
There's
but
a lot
for
of
right
friends.
now, if you're just checking it out, it's just you, Skatebud. There you go. Skatebud.com.
It's like if you make the mistake over and over, and then people are just like, oh yeah, everybody knows, just change it to Skatebuds.
Yeah,
Okay, all right,
right.
So you're saying, you're blaming Zach for making you wrong.
It's just like, if someone just starts calling me Gary, I'm just like, that's my new name now. I'm just gonna go. If everybody's
That's
like, you
one
look
way
like
to
a
look
Gary.
at it. That's one way to
Hello, DMV. I need you to change it to Gary.
Yeah, Zach knows.
Sorry, skatebud.com. So how'd you start Skatebud again?
So really, it's interesting that you bring up the name and the contrast of Skatebud versus Skatebuds. It started out with this idea for a guidebook for if you were new to skateboarding, what would the book look like that you would go and check out from the library as a. And I think maybe this is I didn't realize Gen Z is not like this, right? Where I'm a millennial, and when I wanted to know about things growing up, I went to the library and checked out a book.
Me
when
too.
I was passionate about something, I was like, all right, let me go learn about it from books.
No, it's all TikTok now.
Yeah, I don't.
The books.
I think
what
that's
the hell,
right. Like these book kids now, they're a minority that I'm marketing to. But anyways, like that, it started with this idea of, well, what would you need? And at the same time, I was running a marketing agency and magazine about skateboarding with my wife, and we were in LA. We were doing free events. We wound up, I would say, just developing reasonable rapport with, it was a council member's, one of their liaisons. It was to me, I didn't even understand anything about local government. I wasn't being like, let me meet someone in local government. I was like, hey, we're doing these events at the skate park. I want to make sure we're all good. And they were like, yeah, you're all good. And the parks director introduced me to someone in a council member's office because when they were doing an event the next year, they wanted to enhance it. And I was like, sure, we'll come out and give stuff away.
Well, you have an easy vibe. It doesn't make me, you seem like you're a likable person.
Oh, thanks.
So I like you. Hopefully I'm not putting it on too strong, but when you came in, my high-fiving you and I'd like to see you, I can imagine that the council people probably liked you. It's a positive, harmless, cool thing. Let's usher in some positivity.
And the government's interesting because when you first get into it and start looking around, you're like, wait a minute, this many people do this little things?
And they're all rich. Look at how rich they are.
Why does it take 17 people to run a tiny local park or whatever the hell? It's a lot.
Until you get in there and you're number 18, and then you're like, nobody better steal my golden goose.
Oh man, we don't need to get into the someone characterized it to me, they're like, everyone is protecting their rice bowl.
Yeah.
Because I'm always
Asians, it's all about
I'm always trying to figure out government and asking, for people who've been doing work in this space longer than me, whether they're in skateboarding or not, I'm like, hey, can I just talk to you and ask your advice and learn what you know in some degree? And I think as a skateboarder, you're right. Coming in, it's easy. There's not a lot of social friction in those relationships. And then it led to, in the middle of the pandemic, the mayor's office reached out because that person who was at the council member's office was now in the mayor's office in a special department that was called GRYD, Gang Reduction and Youth Development. So they were tasked with going out into basically what are characterized by many people as the scariest parts of LA, right? And it's funny because the way he told it to me was there's a very low rate of turnover in this office because no matter what goes on with the administration, when people come in, there's not a lot of people who are stepping up to want to take these jobs to go into these neighborhoods to say, I can build rapport with people on the ground there. And that had never.
They're like, I'm not going in there.
It's not that people like.
Scary.
Well, it's difficult too, right?
And I think it's everyone has just a perception of like, and how easy is this related to other ways of getting money? And this doesn't seem like an easy way. And to me, it was just part of what was going on. And I learned a lot about what I was actually doing and how I was actually generating value, where it's, yeah, government is tasked with providing these services. And not only that, they want to be able to show that they've provided the services.
That's in some ways that's the most important part.
So, Zach,
part of it.
before we move forward, I kind of want to go in reverse a little bit and talk about your upbringing
the
and
style of our show and business.
Yeah.
Before you go forward, you must go backward.
Yeah.
It's a Tom Van
Fast backward.
You have to slam it in reverse.
Yeah. So, I mean, also not to just be like, hey, you got all this stuff wrong, because you got a lot of stuff right. And I love being here with you guys. But I'm also from Broward. I'm not from Miami.
Well, it's all the same.
No, he's going to start doing that. And it's going to drive you crazy.
It's all South Florida. Anyway, I'm from there. I can talk. Yes.
Yeah. No, you can say it. I can't say it, right? I can't say I'm from
I
Miami.
certainly can't, because I'm from DeLand. Like, I'm from a tiny hole in the wall.
Even further away.
Yeah, way far away.
So, Zach, let's talk about your upbringing, because you grew up rough.
It's a little curious, yeah.
And
I like curious over rough.
And it probably made you a tough person. So you first got arrested at the age of 8.
Yeah.
How does that happen? I can't even comprehend. My sons are.
You would love
10
if your
and
sons
11.
got arrested at 8. You'd be like, yes!
Yeah. Well, I think like the toughness, it didn't come until later, and there was a lot of scaredness up front, because as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of situations that are scary for adults, and then I certainly didn't feel like I was protected or I was safe. I felt like these adults who are supposed to be taking care of me could basically just like check out at any moment and like leave me susceptible to all these other adults that they're bringing around who are really scary.
So did you feel like did you immediately start going into like almost a survival?
I think that's, now that I'm a parent and I understand a lot more, that's how, I grew up, just one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think I grew up in a way where I was adultified at a young age, and I understood, like, from a survival perspective, that I had to take care of myself. And
so similar, you Broward boys get a lot of got to do this on my own. He did a lot of that too. You know?
I think that, you know, it's tough, right? Like to like dance on this line of, I certainly don't blame my parents, like, right? Like, I'm not like, oh, like my life is hard,
right?
And it's not my fault, and things should be easier, and it's because of my parents. But at the same time, like, I recognize, especially now as a parent, like, they defined the world that I lived in and the way that I saw the world and the way that I'm programmed. And so much of the complications that I've faced in life is a reflection of my dad was a criminal defense attorney who pissed off cops and pissed off dangerous people, and then also made friends with some of them, but was not one of them, but convinced the rest of the world that he was one of them. So he lived in this like weird anti-space between kind of two worlds. And then the cops who were pissed off at him found me one day with my black friend. And we had planned to try and steal a G.I. Joe at the Eckards. This was the first time my parents let me ride my bike out of the neighborhood, like to the local plaza.
I, too, planned to steal a G.I. Joe from Eckards, or it may have been Rose's at the time.
So, just go back to your dad. So, your dad was a criminal defense attorney.
Yeah.
So, he knew a lot of criminals, but also...
Well, he's in that world, but not one of them.
Named me after one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my middle name, Granger, I'm named after a drug smuggler.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, as an adult, I can say it's awesome, but as a kid, that me up so bad to be like, because he raised me and he's like, I knew this man. Right? Like, I grew up knowing this man, and my dad was like, I wanted to, like, introduce adventure into your life, so I named you after him. It's like, what the do you think as a kid when your father is being like, go be like that guy?
Well, I mean, Drunk Smuggler is pretty awesome, though. I mean,
look, like, yes, objectively, I can certainly take a step back, and, like, there's a lot of things about my experience that
You're
I'm
blowing the chat
for.
room away right now, by the way. I love to gauge reaction, and they're just like, you got him with 8 years old, but then the whole, this is wild. We're all off to the races, Tom.
So, I just want to go back to something you said, because it's interesting that your dad, like, a criminal defense attorney, so he knows and is friends with a lot of criminals because he's defending them against the law, which the local police
They
and
love
judges,
that, by the way. Criminals love it when you defend them.
But all the police dislike your dad because he's defending this criminal, even though
not all the cops. See, this was the thing, because my dad also defended the cops. When the cops get in trouble and the cops are under criminal charges,
Sometimes
right?
people forget cops get into trouble. And because you know what cops love when they get into trouble? You defending them. Just like the criminals.
And guess what happens? A year later, after I get arrested by these cops, right? A different set of cops come to protect us because Griselda Blanco is going to kill our whole family.
Okay, so
that ratcheted up fast.
So let's talk about this, because your dad defended the assassin of the Dade County
Dadeland massacre.
Dadeland massacre. Yeah, okay.
Rivy.
So he and how did he end up even?
I think he was state appointed.
Okay,
for that, because it becomes like, with a client like that or an accused like that, right? It's it's beyond like, hey, we're just going to let you go out and hire whoever.
You've lost that right.
Well, I think the judge in that circumstance, it's like such a high profile case that now there are all sorts of political pressures come into it. And a lot of my dad's work was already state appointed, because when there would be certain cases like at a certain level of like first-degree murder, right? There's not a lot of public defenders that have that experience. And then here's my dad, who has tried like that, whatever that maximum of the public defender.
It almost became his specialty then.
Yeah.
So they're always going to go to your dad.
But it's also about, knowing now as an adult in government, it's the relationship that he has with these judges, where it's their courtroom and they're ultimately deciding. Right. So it's like, if the judge feels that, hey, Hilly is going to be the best one to like not only represent this client, but also conduct all the business of getting this trial done, right? Yes. That could potentially blow up and become a huge political issue, then sure, that judge is going to choose Hilly.
And so Griselda Blanco was the Black Widow from Cocaine Cowboys that was the head of the drug cartel.
Known for killing kids, right? Known for killing families. Like,
crazy.
It's whatever, homie.
And why did she put a hit out on your family? Because your dad was defending the assassin,
and he's going to testify. Like, who knows what he's going to do? Who knows what kind of information starts to come out now? Who knows what he's told his lawyer?
Because even though that she sent the assassin, she wants that assassin dead in case he starts.
Well, now that dude has killed more people for her than anybody else.
Yeah, so you don't want him saying, like, turning over and saying, "Hey, I'll testify against."
If
Griselda.
Anyone can get her in trouble with the U.S. government, it's for sure that dude and like a short list of other people.
So okay,
and my dad is like, "Yeah, I'll go stand next to this fool for a check." Yeah.
It's a brave dad. It's a brave dad.
Yeah.
My dad would never do that. I'm going to throw that out there.
So
God bless him, but he'd never do that.
Now, how did he hear that there's a hit put out on his family, and did he tell you? How did you know?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she just told everybody.
Like, you put a note in your lunchbox, right? Like so you're sitting at recess, you open your lunchbox, and inside's a note from Dear.
I mean, to be honest, that would have been better than how my parents handled it. It's like classic boomerism of like, this isn't even happening.
Oh, they
like they were like, my dad was like, there was a bomb threat at the courthouse. So now these cops are going to follow us around for a while to make sure we're safe. And it
so
was like,
downplay. You would have done this. This is the Tom Van downplay.
I'm 9.
Tough as hell.
I'm 9, mind you. Like, I'm 9 in a house where I've grown up from the whole time. I'm taking care of myself. I don't trust that you're taking care of me because you've done to me that I don't have to talk about right now.
Right.
From the time I was a baby, as long as I can remember. That's like that. It's just that it's a parent can't do that to their child. Like,
so you've basically raised yourself. Now you're in this family,
and now your dad's telling you something, and you know it's wrong.
Right.
You're like,
it's not the truth.
You're like, you're listening to your dad tell you about a bomb thing in the concert, and you're like, it's more than that. I know it. I'm a 9-year-old genius.
Right.
I know it.
Is your mom around?
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Tom. What are you doing?
You know,
other people were thinking it.
You know, it's
because
like,
the moms usually like, what the hell are you going on here?
I'm not
At least,
like,
I mean, you know, the 2025 in the 90s is a little different.
There's a lot of positives that my mom brought to my life, but I think ultimately, when it comes to the relationship she had with my dad and who she was as a mother, she was like an enabler. You know, like she was just like, all right, like, you know, it's like they have this twisted circle where they abuse each other, right? And then, like, she's the one that gives him a pass ultimately to go do all this stuff.
It's like codependent on each other. It's like two alcoholics
like
together.
the most unhealthy machine.
I got a nice purse. I got this expensive car. I got all the clothes.
Keep it on the
big
track.
House, you know, so like
there's a lot of keep it on the tracks in the world. Yeah.
You know what's interesting, Zach, is that people never look at the family that's well off, that is internally just a mess, and the kid struggling and stuff.
There's a lot of those.
Poverty causes it, and like the well off people, they've got enough money to take care of it.
I think I see it more with my friends that are uber wealthy. I see a lot more dysfunction there. Some of my friends that don't even have a pot to piss in are just good folks.
It creates a whole other level.
Every
because
human
it's
is
secrecy,
different.
right? It's like it's hiding. It's who you really are. Don't let anyone know.
Yeah.
Don't let people know who you really are, because if they find out, you could lose everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like that.
Twice, because you're living a secret one on the side. You know what I mean? Like, you could lose everything twice.
So how do you get through this, Zach, where you're a kid growing up in such turmoil and fear? You're scared all the time. Your parents aren't there for you. How do you? And then obviously you have run-ins with the police and the law, because of course you're now you're out in the streets. You're doing dumb things that a kid does. Then how do you pull yourself out of that? What's the flip?
I was fortunate, right, that there was, before I found skateboarding, there was two things that I really had going for me, right? I had my dad's mom would come and pick me up once a week and take me to go to the library.
You had a library grandma. That's important.
She would take me to the I'm going to start crying.
Oh, sorry. It's good. Oh, my God.
Shout out to the library grandmas out there that you see your kid. You're like, oh, my kid's screwing it up. and then I like it. Something the grandma steps in and like, I'll raise them. I'll do something.
Bless her
do
face.
Something.
Kiss her face.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Your kids are screwing it up.
My mom is a librarian, too, so I spent a lot of time in the library, man.
Yeah.
And you're in a good spot here. Let it go, man.
Just that little effort of taking young Zach to the library.
Look how much I meant.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Literally lighten him up.
You know how much money I spend loading?
I needed that. You're giving me good feelings, Dan. That's a good memory.
She would take me to the library and take me to IHOP.
Hell yeah. Dude. Breakfast library grandma rules.
She wasn't getting money like that, so she would buy me pancakes and she wouldn't eat anything. And she would just sit there.
Because she didn't have the money, so she'd buy her grandson pancakes at IHOP, take you to the library.
And it means more than anything in the world.
Her son's blowing it. He's rich, by the way, defending the Dadeland assassin.
Right. You know,
what's his defense on that, by the way? Everybody saw it. He's shooting people down with the machine gun.
Right. No, and whatever. The whole story of that, it's just like all that whole case blows up into this whole political nonsense.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's what kind of changed everything down in Miami, because everybody was like, keep it under wraps what's happening, because everybody's getting paid. And when that happened,
the bubble burst.
Then because that made national news. Everybody watched Cocaine Cowboys. When that made national news, like, hey, you gotta, like, the president's got to go down and see what's going on in Miami. It's crazy. There's
it's out of control.
I mean, that's seriously what happened. And then all of a sudden, the federal government got involved
and shut it all.
And they're like, what's happening? It's like there's so much drug money coming through. Everybody's getting paid. Everybody's corrupt.
Yeah, and I'm glad
we
went back to corruption and murder, because the chat room, apparently everybody started thinking about their grandma at one time, and we all had a moment. So shout out to grandmas and how important they can be. So just to get back on track, so grandma's taking you, and I'm guessing feeding that knowledge because you had this library. The library comes up a lot with you, and I'm a library guy, so I'd like to hear that from you. Having a endless room of nothing but everything you could think of,
and just also that, like, I felt safe with her, right? And felt permission to be myself and not... Because it was also, look, like...
What a relief it must have been to go into her care for. I mean, like, because you have to.
Right.
I'm imagining little 9-year-old you and this switch, this protection switch you have, you're dealing with. And I'm almost cursing, but you're dealing with all this crap, and then you get into grandma's care, and you're just like, I can click up that safe. I can be safe for a second. Yeah, my God.
You know, I don't want to vilify my parents. I understand that, like, they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with, and they were doing their best. But the reality is that it was like. It had a lot of negative impacts on myself and my sisters.
Sure.
But I was fortunate to have my grandma and also on my mom's side, you know, 2 grandparents that really, like, they provided me at least some kind of family stability to understand that. And then in school, I recognized that if I did well, the teachers would show me, like, love. So I was like, bro, I'll kill this.
Yeah, because that's all you wanted as a kid. Young Zach just wanted to be loved.
I can do this. I'm in an environment where I can execute that.
Like, there's a task. If I fulfill the task, I will get love. Versus at home, it's like, do the task. All right, I did the task. Is it good? Oh, you piece of It's like, come on. Like, you know?
So, Zach, going back, and by the way, we are on the radio, so we have to bleep it out.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm
trying to save Daniel's work.
You're good.
But, so, back to your dad for a second, because, I mean, you're painting the picture of a character out of a movie. And, like, did he have these criminals over the house, like, after, like, say you get them off, or they get out of jail, like, they come for a visit, and there's, like, could be killer or drug smugglers there, and then was there ever, like, parties where all of a sudden you go downstairs, and then there's, like, people, guns, and
there was all, bare-breasted women.
There's all kinds of stuff going on that, like, that's where, as a kid, it was more difficult to really understand. Right, and have a clear picture. But what I know for sure is I have clear memories of being down in the Keys at that dude Granger's house, right? And, like, my dad officiated his wedding. And I remember being in middle school, going to, like, New Jersey or somewhere in New York. Like, part of the trip was being in New York and having Thanksgiving dinner at some mafia guy's house.
Hey,
right?
it's Uncle Sal! Hey! That's
the other half of it. It's like, Zach. It was...
And that's in the Keys. That's where they'd bring in the kilos and drugs through the Everglades.
Planes. They use the planes to get it from South or Central America into Florida.
Into the flats.
And then, okay, you want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so far, all of your stories have been top 10.
Well, this one's not mine.
You are lighting up the chat room, man. They love you.
Let's pour some jet fuel that, like, I don't even own on this.
Let's do it.
So, the guy that I'm named after, they would have the semi-truck full of drugs.
Yeah.
Right? They would have 2 cars in front and 2 cars behind. But not drive, like, spaced out. If anything started happening, one of the cars would crash into the cop car. And then they would take off. And, like, so this was a legit tactic. So at one point, they had to do that, and they got away, and they went to, like, some stash farm. They buried the whole truck. Then came back, like, years later and dug it up.
Really?
Whoa, they do I've seen the truck.
You see in movies.
Yeah, it's
like that.
in movies. So they dig the whole thing, and it takes them, like, all night or whatever, multiple guys.
It's probably, like, prearranged where they're like, okay, you can go to this farm, and they have, like, the equipment, and then if you're here, you can go to, like... when you're a professional, and you're like, okay, I need to move a huge quantity of drugs from South Florida to New York or to some other place.
They use Central Florida as a hub too, and that's what sometimes they land planes and because they were doing it in Lakeland and stuff.
All of it.
Yeah, there was a lot of basically property up here that they would hide semi trucks, like you said, and like that was all part of the cocaine.
And then they started getting the infrastructure of like they'd have like shipyards, so then they'd have boats, and then they'd have planes and airports, and then they'd have welders that would rearrange and change the cars.
All kinds of stuff. like, I don't know. Like, at some point, I definitely stopped having interest in asking these stories.
Gotcha.
Right? And most of what I remember is from when I was a kid. And it would just be like, I'm like 10 or 11 or 12.
Yeah, yeah.
And my dad is telling me this, maybe up through when I'm 18, and then it just became kind of like, okay.
yeah. You're numb to it at some point, right?
But also at that point, I started taking risks selling cannabis myself and, putting myself in a position where even though skateboarding had shown me better, I was continuing to make choices that were setting me on a path for reckonings that I was not ready for.
Well, I mean, especially when you're young, Zach, and your middle name's Granger, named after a drug smuggler.
Yeah.
Like,
you haven't really been set up for success by by anything.
You're like, well, I'll be a
Grandma
drug smuggler.
tried. Grandma's doing her part, but you can only do so much. So many other influences and things happening.
Yeah, but when you're young, and then especially like right when you're 17, 18, 19, and you're fearless, you're not afraid of anything. And then
you don't know better.
You don't know better. And you're like, hey, I want to.
It's the ignorance, I feel like, more than anything, the not knowing.
Yeah.
Well, and just imagine how emblazoned you would feel if you had been trained from a child to understand, like, oh, this is why people get caught.
Yeah, you know the inside.
Yeah,
also, your dad will get you off.
Yeah,
right.
There's some cockiness there too, right? Like, I'm sure.
Well, it's a power trip.
Yeah.
He wants that control. He wants me to get arrested so that he can be my attorney and he can have the power over.
And he
me.
was, and let's just say this: he was really good at what he did, right?
Yeah, I mean,
how many duffel bags
he was the guy.
of straight cash did your dad get delivered to him? Because these guys, I mean, everybody's seen Cocaine Cowboys. They would weigh the cash instead of count it because it take too long
you can't. I don't have time to count this.
And then some of the cocaine, they'd bury it and stuff, and they'd have millions of dollars buried in just cash, and like they would have problems with the roaches and bugs eating the cash. Like that was their problem. They couldn't put it anywhere.
What a
So they
problem
pay everything with cash. So your dad's definitely, here's a duffel bag of cash, and then your dad gets, he's like spreads it around.
Who could tell you? I honestly, I have no idea. Because by the time I was old enough to have been able to understand like that level of stuff, it was done.
Yeah.
Right? It's like when I was a kid, I wouldn't that's the thing is I don't even begin to start to like think back and analyze and wonder because it's like I'm thankful that I've gone to enough therapy that I can say even though the past happened and even though it makes it harder for me every day of my life, I can move forward without it, without having some allegiance to it, right? Like, I don't have to make sure that I'm doing extra good so that someone's not going to come and ask my dad a question, right? Like 10 years ago, I never would have had this conversation publicly because it would have made my dad look bad.
Right.
Even though it's like, well, yeah, when you work in skateboarding and you wonder maybe, or like you work in government and you've seen me when I get backed into a corner and I have to problem solve my way out of something, why I go from somebody who's like friendly and easygoing to like, this guy has like a sword on him, right? Like he's willing to just cut people in half. Like, that's not nice. Like, I'm not nice. When I have to be not nice.
Well, you got that Granger in you.
Exactly. Right? Like,
and you're traumatized to hell.
Yeah, I mean, you can go there if need be, and you've done a lot of work to not go there, but if we need to go there, let's go there.
Right? Who wants to deal with that?
Sure.
It's messed up. I remember going to the first Batman movie of the trilogy with, that actor I really like.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
The new one. Yeah, well, the one good one.
The one that counts.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, the one that does count.
And it's like Bruce Wayne, and he goes into that seedy club with the gun, and he's like, oh, Falcone, I'm going to kill you. And he's like, you're afraid of me because you're not from my world. You'll never be from my world. I went and saw that movie with my dad. I was that kid, right? Like, I had seen that world so up close, right? It didn't kill my parents, but it took my parents from me. I didn't have parents because my parents were so wrapped up in this crime world that everyone around them was not part of, that they were not really a part of, but they had to stand so freaking close to it.
Yeah, they're right there. They're on the edge of it.
So close.
Well, they got the time.
Right?
I mean, if you're just playing the game, the 9-year-old kid or 8-year-old that got arrested didn't get their time.
Right?
The other thing got their time.
Exactly.
So I'm with you.
You know, like I had to come to terms with all of that, and I had to be able to own all of that and say, when you scare me, if you get me scared, where am I going to go to when I react? It's someone coming into my home with a gun, and pointing that gun at me because they don't like what my dad did.
Could you imagine being a kid and knowing that at the time the most scary drug dealer in the world put a hit out in your family?
No.
Well, you know how anxiety.
With that weight
I'm an anxiety guy, right? Like, how do you think I'd handle that?
Your dad's like, nah, we're fine.
Yeah. It does sound awfully Tom Van, though. That is what you would say. You'd be like,
I couldn't even imagine as a dad like putting my family in jeopardy like that and not being worried about it. Like, I don't have that much anxiety, but I'd be anxiety riddled crazy because like these people can kill me and my family, and they don't care.
And you said something
this is not no
and
joke.
having cops there makes you more safe, not safe.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right.
Like,
they'll kill the cops. Like now we're talking about crazy, hardened drug dealer, mafia, cartel.
Someone with all the means to anything.
They're using bombs and stuff like it. It was crazy.
Yeah, the tactics were just off the chart. But let's get to the turn, because there had to be a grand turn here.
And then now that you're involved in this skateboard charity, I'm sure you see a lot of kids like yourself, a young Zach, where like their parents are absent and they're turned to skateboarding. And we talked about this on the segment when we last had you. Like I love skateboarding so much because it teaches you so much discipline. It teaches you to stick with something until you hit a goal. It gets you outside off the screens. So like,
it's team and individual, which is weird. It's kind of got that golf thing going where you can go with buddies, but if you want to go it alone, you can. Which I dig. You can dial it in for mood. If you're in a bad mood, go skate by yourself. If you're in a good mood, go skate with your friends.
We became a society where now we're like anything but the screen. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. It used to matter what it is. No. Like I don't want my kids skate.
You can just sit stare at the wall. I don't care, but no screen.
If you're outside with friends working on something, like that's the most I could ever ask for.
And I think that's been a big turn for us where when we were in LA, it was intervention, right? That was straight up like, yo, you're in a situation where maybe you're not in a gang, but you know people in gangs, and on your list of choices is gangs.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like
that's an option.
And here, that's not so much the issue, right? And I feel like it was good to be able to take a step back, and maybe also not good to see that you don't even have to be from a home where your parents are living as reckless as my parents were to be a kid exposed to very similar circumstances.
Yeah.
Because what happens now is if your parents haven't successfully fought against the internet and all the influence that's there, then you're pulled into that same world, right? Of ultimately, you start to feel destabilized, you start to feel unsafe, you start to feel that your parents' influence is not enough to protect you, and you need to find information elsewhere as to how to protect yourself, stabilize yourself, be safe, have control over your identity.
You feel alone.
Right?
Right? I mean, you're isolated.
And the internet, it doesn't teach that well, or rather, the part of the internet that everyone's accessing through social media, right? Like, because if we were to use the internet in a different way, it would be great, but we're not there right now. And,
yeah, that's a nice way of putting it, yeah.
And skateboarding, I feel like it balances out this equation because so many kids, they want to get the trick to have the clip, to share the clip. And it's like, whatever, if that's what's going to get you kind of like within my reach, so be it, right? Like if that's what's going to bring you to skateboarding, great. But also, it really works for the kid who's there because it means something to them, right? It just serves as such a good container for all the kids, wherever they're at, or, and when I say kids, I mean like 5 to 24.
Yeah,
sure.
Right?
Yeah. It's a big
young
range.
people.
Yeah. Your frontal lobe is not done until you're 24. You're not ready to make those decisions as an adult. You're not ready to be an adult and take a step back and strategize in the ways that we expect adults to and weigh consequences. So we need to be prepared as a society to continue to support people in those developing circumstances. And that's what Skatebud is about, is saying the standards of skateboard culture, it's already doing that. That's what it does, at least in the times when we came through it. And when it was defined. So we're working to say, okay, if you're going to have a skate park, then how do you make sure that it's going to produce those results that we're talking about? Or if you don't have a skate park, how can we build a skate spot that we'll come and bring to your neighborhood that you can move in and out of your garage and kids can come and gather and we can have a pro skater to come here and hang out with your kids on a regular basis.
Okay, well, I like the sound of that.
Now, Zach, what happened to you was pretty extreme, but I'm raising my kids too soft. They have it
They
too
need
good.
a little gangland in their life, right?
And
they need a touch.
I just thought of something. I need a criminal to come over to the house and pretend to be friends with me just so my kids see it. And they're like, what the hell is that guy?
Well, all your handymans are criminal. He has his network of these fentanyl handymans. Like, he's got 25
they dried up. They dried up 10 years ago.
No.
When DeSantis took the pain pills. Anyway, if you're a criminal out there, email me. You can just come over for dinner one night. Say some scary stuff in front of my kids.
Ask for gabagool. Ask for the gabagool.
Just a little bit. I just need a little bit of what Zach's got.
And then you guys will go in the backyard and talk silently, like whisper a little bit by the gas grill.
Zach is. You can put him in any situation. You can put him on Skid Row and just take all his belongings. He'll survive.
But I think
no one's taking all my belongings anymore.
Zach will kill you.
He'll get you. He's very calm, but like I feel like therapy has made you externally calm, but inside there,
he'll fast stab you.
Oh, you could get him.
He's seen it all. I need my son's a little bit of what that is. Anyway, so Zach, what through Skate Bud, how have you seen kids turned around similar to what you've done?
Yeah, I think to be honest, I haven't seen kids totally turned around because I think for me it's taken me a lifetime.
Yeah. You're not going to see it in years.
I think my goal is more so to just be meeting kids where they're at. And I think I didn't really fully grasp where they were at until, where are we at? We're in November. Yeah, it was earlier this year. We were doing a year-long program in Miami that wrapped up in September this year, started October last year. And I think it was probably March or April. I was talking to someone at the agency that funded it, the Children's Trust. His name's Kevin Pereira. He was my point of contact that I interface with. Shout out Kevin. He gave me so much good advice and guidance, and I came into it super insecure, right? Still that criminal of you're going to look at me and be like, I don't belong here. And at every point where it was something would happen where okay, this is just a bump in the road that has to be fixed. In the beginning, I was like, all right, that's it. They're looking at me and they're like, this program's crap. It's fake. You can't trust it. These skaters. And, you
almost didn't believe yourself, man.
I totally didn't believe myself, right? Because that's how I was
You're
raised.
Conditioned,
right? I was programmed to be you're not who you think you are. You're who I say you are. See, because you keep winding up in trouble. You're a POS.
This is a lifelong
You're going to be a bum, right?
Yeah.
So
is this guy hard or is he a comedy writer in SNL?
So Kevin, he walks me through it and we're having this conversation. And I was like, look, man, I came into here with all this structure and organization that we had from programming we were doing in LA. And it's too much. It's too big of an ask for these kids. I can't be oh, you're into skating and you're into photography. Let me help you cultivate those skills. Or you like drawing. Let me help you turn that into graphic design. And by the end of this, we're going to maybe pay you to do some graphic design. These kids are at a way earlier level. And through that conversation, it was communication, organization, dissuasion, encouragement, code.
Yeah.
Right? This is what came out of it was that these kids just need opportunities to be in a circumstance where there is a productive mentor, someone who knows more than them about skateboarding, straight up. It just that it's an easy relationship where it's established and accepted from both ends. And then you just create situations where they can mess up and get feedback, where they get held to standards, where they have to communicate, where they have to be organized, right? Where they're going to come and present you with ideas that you have to dissuade them from, where you're going to encourage them to do things that they're not already doing. And it's I think as a society, we're so task-oriented that we want to come in and be we're going to build this and program this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to go over there, and it's going to result in this. And it's we need to step back. We're not going to solve these very human problems with these app-minded solutions, right? And it was like for me to take a step back from I'm doing the business of running the nonprofit that is tasked with providing the youth development and just go, well, ease up on that. Like, don't, you don't have to walk these kids through the door of the exact experience. It's like what they need. These kids who have grown up just like, they're slammed by the amount of information. I can't imagine how difficult it would be to figure out how you feel about something if you've already been exposed to so many ideas about everything.
And all those ideas are pointed enough to try and trick you or tell you how to feel about something.
Right. They make
so how do you
sense.
find your identity?
Oh, it's right. So that it's like, right, if I can't see the world around me, how do I know who I am in this world, how I feel about it? Right. It's so destabilizing. So it's just a safe environment where they can try out different stuff and be told, I don't know, like that's cool. It's nice that you tried. I see the effort, but do you feel comfortable?
So what you're providing is not even skateboard. It's stability,
right? Like what we got from skateboarding, right? Like when we were doing, and like I didn't create all these tricks. I'm lucky enough to have gone to LA and befriended a lot of the people who are like, were in the videos that everyone else was watching to learn the stuff, right? That were making the magazines or in the magazines that everyone was emulating as like, this is what it means to be this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm lucky enough to have seen that. I didn't make that stuff up, but our generation, right? What we brought into it and what it meant to be a part of it. I just see that as the most important part of what we have to offer as this generation. It's like, nobody needs to see my skateboarding. Like, that's not going to impress anyone. It's not going to thrill anyone and make someone pick up a skateboard, right? Like, unless it's maybe some dad out there that hasn't touched one in a while.
I would be very
right?
impressed if I saw you do anything.
But what the value that I really have to offer, like
especially
what I can
fast
bring.
stabs.
If you could kill somebody on a skateboard, prison stab them fast, But no, we have to throw stupid jokes in there. I apologize.
So again, people can find your website, skatebud.com, and
go there, check it out.
And if anybody wants to help or donate or help you out, they can.
How can people help? Because it seems like our guys really like you and like what you're doing, and if and we have a lot of skaters.
I mean, just the basics. Even if your kid's not even passionate about skateboarding, just the basics of learning how to, kick pump a skateboard and ollie
is
over
it called
1 year.
Kick pumping? Is that what it's
kick
pushing?
Kick turn, pump. Well, you can pump.
Hi, I'm Tom Van, and welcome to How to Kick Pump. We're going to start doing a video, right? We'll do a video series. Tom Van's Kick Pumping.
But it's just that the basic discipline of just
sticking to it, man.
Sticking to it and learning something is like not like that small amount of discipline will help any kid so much more than being on a screen.
It's,
like that being on the screen.
Now wait until I've thought about this. Now, what do you think about that? We can end on this. What would you think about a skateboard deck, right? That is an iPad.
Oh, all right.
And we make it durable enough so you could use your toes to play games while
you're doing tricks.
You did it. You were doing my idea.
I knew where you were going. I went there with you.
And then we have see-through shoes where you can see your toes. You're hammering all the buttons. You're playing Roblox.
Harder.
You're Robloxing while you're skating down the road.
Or you just put on a VR and a virtual skateboarding.
I've seen kids doing that. Oh, by the way, every day this week, there's been a cop in Main Street, 2 cop cars sitting there waiting on e-bikes. I told you they were coming for your e-bikes, you dumb kids, and you didn't listen to me. I told you all you had to do is wear a helmet and stop at stop signs. That's all you needed to do. That's it. If you'd have done that, they wouldn't be here. But now they're here, and Orange County is voting today on whether or not to ban e-bikes at school campuses. They're coming for your e-bikes, and all you had to do is wear a helmet and stop.
Yeah, but then you get to wheelie next to them and kick them. You kick this out of the cop car. That's real cool. Right?
Yeah. Confrontations with police.
Your dad would think it's cool.
That. We're very anti that. Granger would think it's cool.
If your dad and Granger were here, they'd be on my side.
Yeah. No, if folks want to support, the biggest thing that you could do right now is to donate. We're definitely in a squeeze after we lost some funding from the legislature that the governor vetoed. We run this nonprofit like when I can get programming and I get paid from the programming, some of the money pays me and some of the money goes to paying like the ongoing insurance, the website, all the like business filing, all that stuff. We don't have any kind of like funding organization. So all that stuff helps just at the basic level. We do have some funding from the sheriff right now, and we're about to go out and give away probably like 75 skateboards over the holiday season.
Awesome.
We're going to give away 5 skate spots out in Pine Hills, like just drop them off at people's houses, not randomly, right? It's like through work that we're doing, finding people that want to take these and say, hey, yeah, people can come over and skate at our house, because it's been difficult to deliver programming in other places. We've got a skate club starting up with College Park Middle. You know, we're really working to lay the groundwork so that skateboarding is part of this community in a much larger way, and it can start to reach people without people going to the skate park. Right? We want the skate park to be a place for great programming and great experiences to take place.
But not the only place.
Absolutely. It has to be in people's neighborhoods.
Sure.
Skateboarding works when it's outside your door, when it's in the business district where your parents want to go to and you have nothing to do as a kid, right?
You want it easy.
It's at the cul-de-sac at the end of your neighborhood.
You would be the perfect guy.
Yeah.
Dude, if your boys are into skating, I could see you dragging all the ramps out.
No,
You're the guy.
I drag them out every day.
He would be the guy, because he's like, isn't that your dream? His dream is to be the house where they're like, remember guys, 3 p.m., 6 skate sesh. Dad's setting up all the ramps. We're taking over the cul-de-sac. And he is
But they need to scare them with the criminals. Their lives too easy. They just want to be on iPads. They're not scared. You need to scare them.
The criminals would scare them outside to skate.
They've never been scared.
Well, that's
Could you
why
imagine
skating's
that?
so good. It gets you that good scare.
Every day.
Yeah. Nature's high.
Every day they get love. They're never scared, hiding, or they're like, they know Dad's going to come home nice.
I ain't never scared. Miami.
Start falling down and spilling some blood out, and then they'll feel different.
I mean, criminals. All right. Skatebud.com, and we will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Come join the chat room. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live on Twitch, @Tom and Dan Live on YouTube. Tons of great content on there. Video recaps, like curated video recaps of every day that we record that SJ puts a lot of time into.
Yep.
He puts all the links in there if you want to, like, if we talked about something and you're like, well, where can I get that? Normally he'll hide like an Easter egg of a link or something in there. He does way more work than we do. So there you go. And check it all out on YouTube @Tom and Dan Live.
I do more work than him.
Okay.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
So you
not on that side of things.
No,
but yeah,
I'm joking.
It's exhausting.
I can't. I have to bully him. It's a part of my charm. You see,
but I think
no matter what,
here's the thing about charm.
Negative. I'm
the
like,
thing
that
about
ain't
charm
that good.
is that people that don't understand it don't understand that it does wear off. Yeah, charm does wear off, and then it just becomes
Annoying?
an annoying waste of time that happens constantly, and it's not entertaining.
There's a fine line between charm and annoying.
There is, yeah.
But it wears off. It's more entertaining for me. Now, usually we bury this segment in like a Monday 3, Tuesday
This is a Monday 4 segment all day long.
But we're putting it right front and center.
Yeah.
Cadillac Pat's here.
What's up with... Oh.
Okay.
I hear it. Close enough. Thanks.
Kind of there.
Great. Wow. Thanks for the introduction.
Kind of there. Yeah. You are now. How does it feel? You are now segment 1 territory.
I'm working my way up the ladder. Finally, I finally got there. It took 15 years, but I'm
don't
there.
Don't get crazy. This is just a test.
Yeah.
This is test audio.
We're testing the market.
This is a market test. In the other room, there are 75 different strangers you don't know with a little handheld dial. And if you say something funny, they'll turn it to green. And if you say something that's not funny, they'll turn it to red. And that will determine your fate.
All right.
So, Pat, first, what have you been up to since the last time we talked?
Well, I made it. I finally made it, boys. I got a message on Instagram about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Somebody wanted to buy my Cadillac Pat handle on Instagram.
So, all right.
Well, that means there's another Cadillac Pat out there.
I threatened him with his life, first of all.
All right. Well, this is obviously a bot. Because I get this a lot, too. And then I get emails. I get bot emails. And
you fall for him just like that?
No, I just this is just some sort of the spam
You don't
software.
start dreaming about the money you're going to get from CadillacPat.org?
I can read the generic email and realize, this has gone out to thousands of people. And they're just collecting, maybe someone responds, and then
they're just fishing for dumb knowledge.
So what did they say?
This is a guy out of Atlanta that sells cars in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
It was a message
Oh,
to.
this makes sense.
Yeah, it was it seemed like a real guy, and he offered to buy it from me. And
There
I
are
go,
a lot of black guys that like Cadillacs
Yes.
that are named Pat.
Yes.
In Atlanta. I feel
Yes.
like there is a black guy that sells Cadillacs in Atlanta named Cadillac Pat.
Yes.
And you have met famous, like, Atlanta
in
Cadillac
Atlanta,
people.
yes.
You've met Big Boy. You've met
Yes.
Sleepy Brown.
Yes, exactly.
So
his name is Pat, by the way, too.
This
Might be him.
This sort of makes sense. Okay. This is weird, Pat.
So, before you tell us a number, did he tell you a number?
He did.
Okay, all right. So, let me guess. Let me try to
You
guess
love
what
these
he
games.
Okay,
You're
so,
pretty good at this, too.
This is going to be tough.
All right, so how many followers do you have?
Not that many.
Let me look this up because that plays into it.
Look at that. I got a Cadillac Pat coaster.
Yeah. 'Cause I follow
that.
Cadillac Pat on Instagram.
Anybody got one of those 3D printed Cadillac Pat coaster? I think that's one of one.
Oh, yeah, there's only a couple of those around.
Yeah, I love that. I love mine.
You see I see you checked the mail. You got the picture that I mailed to you.
Yeah, I put it up.
That you sent it to me. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my
This is
life.
getting a lot of action right now. This is some of the artwork from the YouTube channel. This is me and Pat at the Orlando Magic game. If you're not on our YouTube channel, you don't get to see a lot of this stuff. YouTube.com/@TomAndDanLive. Tom's still crunching numbers. He's trying to really figure out a number.
I don't have a lot of.
So what do you think the URL
Pat's
Cadillac
got
Pat?
1,309 followers. Following 2,400, that's always a bad sign.
Yeah,
Following more.
That looks a little desperate. That looks a little desperate. When you're consuming more than you're putting out.
Man.
Ooh.
You're like, you'd think it would be 1 for 1 at least. So anyway, so Cadillac Pat Atlanta, I'm guessing so first, now he for sure is looking at this like,
Well, who's the real Cadillac Pat?
I'm older than him, so I said I win. He's told me he's
But you
20.
had this conversation with him.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm the real Cadillac Pat.
Yeah.
Weird that age had anything to do with it.
Well, because I've been Cadillac Pat for longer. That's why.
Okay, yeah. So young.
And I'm the only one that has. Mine is just straight Cadillac Pat, now like underscore 69. You know, like.
So you look down on other Cadillac Pats that have an underscore or an ampersand or something long in there?
Yes, because I'm the first one.
An extra I or something?
All lowercase Cadillac Pat.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Cadillac with a K?
No.
Okay.
You're right. That's an OG Instagram.
I have that on my TikTok and on my Snapchat, just straight up.
So you are the original Cadillac Pat.
But you know what? On my Twitch, when I'm signed in to watch your show on Twitch, somebody else stole it from me. So I'm real Cadillac Pat.
Oh, there was one of our listeners stole it.
Probably.
There's nobody that goes to Twitch other than our listeners would know of a Cadillac Pat.
Unless I was drunk and made it twice, which I guess
That's possible.
definitely a possibility.
We have a lot of listeners that do that.
Got a little joke quote underneath his.
Pat does?
Yeah.
What's he say?
Oh, what does it say?
The most normal guy I know. ...
This is you or this is Cadillac Pat
That's
Atlanta?
me. That's me.
Oh, okay.
Because I use that. That's the name of my book. Is the most normal guy I know.
How did you get the original message from the Atlanta Cadillac Pat?
Direct message, straight direct message.
And you believed it? You didn't?
Well, because we were conversating. He was the guy. He said a lot of y'all
Conversing.
And, it was Atlanta.
So
definitely.
I'm gonna guess that he offered you $750.
You're pretty good at this. You're pretty. So you're saying under $1,000?
Under $1,000, but over $500. That's
no.
important.
It was for a URL or the handle on Instagram.
Instagram, because he said he was trying to get plug his way into the used cars world more.
See, I feel like the Instagram handle worth more than the website, right?
Well, because I owned CadillacPat.com through GoDaddy but it lapsed. But I did own that too.
No. If it lapses, you don't own it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy
true.
it right now.
That's true.
I could buy it right now.
I bet you a bot already did.
Because this guy, he just wants to be the salesman. He's got he works for a dealership, and the dealership has got their own website.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wants to be known locally as I'm the Cadillac man, the Cadillac Pat.
Yeah.
And then he wants to start uploading deals, like shaking the hand every time he makes a Cadillac sale. Maybe do some jokes in there, some bits.
Yeah.
What do you say, Daniel? I say $750.
God, the URL for a website less, but for the Instagram,
that's got more value.
I'll go $2,500.
Ooh, okay.
I'll go a little high.
What was the number?
$250.
Now he's a car salesman. So he's lowballing you. So if you came back with 1,000,
he might have said yeah.
I know.
He might have gone to your 500.
$750. You get it right.
Yeah, I told him no.
He goes up by $250.
I can buy Cadillac Pat for $11 right now.
Really?
You're fine.
So okay, good.
You're fine.
But what would you take? What do you think if I were to sell my Instagram? Because I use Instagram quite a bit. Would it be?
Is that your number one social media platform?
For posting, I don't know. I TikTok so much scrolling, but I used to post a lot on TikTok. Not in the last couple of years, just because I was bored with it. But Instagram's close. Yeah, I don't really. They're kind of even to me. But if I were to sell it, I don't know. $1,000 wouldn't do it. Because I like having the original one.
Yeah.
And there's no way all the other ones are taken too. Cadillac Pat 80, I'm sure every single one of them's taken from other people.
What about Cadillac Pat 69? I feel like that's a good one.
I bet you that's been taken.
Okay.
Now, I did notice on your Instagram that
you've opened the door now. You're going to start picking it apart.
that it does seem like all your
Do you want to show it? I have your camera.
bric-a-brac has now been shoved into the
the sad man corner.
I don't know why you took a picture.
Pat, it looks like a hot blonde woman pushed all your crap into a corner. Wow, is that true? Did a hot blonde
maybe
push all your crap into a corner? Yeah.
She might have maybe put my claw
that's
machine
how it
in the
happens.
garage.
Maybe you kissed this woman a couple times, and then next thing you know, you turn around and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles get pushed into a corner.
Yeah.
Never push Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into a corner.
This is what loneliness will do.
Hold on, let me put your camera. Put it back up. Put it back up.
Loneliness that push
Look at
all
that.
your
Look
fun
how sad
stuff
that looks.
into the corner. And then it's getting smushed more and more. to the corner.
I'm losing stuff.
You can't even play that Pac-Man. It's too close to the pinball machine.
It is hard.
You couldn't play it.
Yeah. And then soon it's going to go in the garage, like one by one.
It already has. My claw machine's in the garage.
Yeah. And
What's
then-
in the claw machine? Anything, or has it been empty?
Other toys that I win at other claw machines.
So it's like an Inception.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then soon it'll end up here.
How much you get the claw machine?
Yeah, I
there?
noticed there's some real estate available now.
Well, we have another pinball machine, I think, coming.
Okay.
That one had to go to Free Play Orlando, so that one's out going to be used by some nerds.
So, but we did think about getting rid of the couch and then putting your claw machine.
Ooh, it's pretty. It would fit, but it's pretty big. But it would fit.
And then putting a bunch of Tom and Dan stuff in there so people can.
You got to get Tom and Dan like stuffies or what's the Labubu? You got to get Tom and Dan Labubus.
I think all of our sponsors could put some junk in there.
Yeah.
And then we'll put one money ball.
Yeah. Dr. Powers can put some syringes of testosterone in there. You know, we'll put
That's
some
great.
estrogen, progesterone cream in there.
That's
you
great.
grab that, rub that on your balls, it'll make you a girl. Imagine getting a deodorant stick of estrogen out of a claw machine that you rub on your balls and would make you a girl.
Wow.
Way better than a stuffed animal. Right?
All right, Pat, let's get right to
Well,
it.
I just brought in the infamous camera from the game.
Oh, okay, let's talk about it.
I wanted to show everybody.
Look how big that thing. It looks like a gun.
It does look like a gun. It's got a trigger.
It's got a trigger.
Yeah. Like you could easily put a real gun inside there.
Yeah,
and shoot someone.
I did say that to you.
But I did. They wanted it. They put it through the thing.
They did put it to the thing.
That doesn't even work. There's also, like, for sure, the security guards have no idea what it
Oh
even
my
does.
God, they didn't care what I said.
They might as well be holding Harry Potter.
They didn't-
wand.
they didn't give
it
it-
doesn't
yeah.
matter, right?
Yeah, no.
Like the same technology that is, Levioso is the same as them wanding you. Same magic.
Yeah, they didn't care what I said. It didn't matter. I've never pulled the card. Let me speak to your manager card in my life. I did then because I'm in a sea of people. There's 40 people behind me. There's 10 rows of 40 people trying to get into this game. Daniel's already through. I see him. He's sweating bullets now because I'm stuck outside. I'm like in the corner.
Well, they didn't want me standing there. They wanted me to move on.
Yes. It was rough.
I'm glad you brought this
He's
up.
a good wingman, though. Great guy to hang out with. Like, Pat will take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like look like a dumb old man, he'll like, I'm over here. Come on.
Yeah. He'll Forrest Gump lift you like a baby and start running.
Yeah. If he needs to, he'll throw me out a window like a baby into the reeds like Moses. You'll save me like a baby, right?
Easily.
I felt very safe with you at the
good.
game.
So this is an awkward thing because you arguing with the security guards as people file in your magic game.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen Pat honestly, he's not an argumentative person.
No.
But it was the only time I think I've ever seen him
I
argue.
had no choice.
He was mad. He was very mad.
So something similar happened to me at the ice cream shop in St. Augustine over the weekend that almost ruined my
I knew something else happened.
And which it is S-slammed. I mean, there's a line out the door. We're waiting in, we finally get up to the front of the counter. And the people behind the counter, they're super nice. And we're with 4 kids. So the person came up to us and they're like, like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. She's like, would you like to sample anything today? And then I started to say, no, we know what we want.
Oh, I would have done that.
And then,
the line's too deep for sampling.
Yes,
guys.
and then Crystal's like, would you? And then the kid's like, yeah, I want to try birthday.
No.
And then I was like, no. And then Crystal's like, what? How?
We stood in line for this. We are just as worthy of samples as everyone else.
Yeah. And then she's like,
no.
And why are you not fun? And like she's
that has nothing to do with fun. There are 1,000 people behind us.
And I'm like, there's a line out the door. No samples.
No.
The kids don't care. Just get whatever.
Yeah, it's sugar water.
They're not going to care anyway.
Yeah. Just get them whatever. We're picking something, and then that's what they're getting.
Man, I agree with this so hard.
Yeah.
This is a dad did us. I stamp my approval all over this.
Teach them a lesson about just getting through it anyway.
Well, you should have been thinking about that on
Why
your way out.
Yes,
even
exactly.
Ask? And I kind of blame the lady. Like, why'd you even ask? Like, you just say, what do you want?
Because she's so busy, she should read the room already. How the line is so long.
It's like being in line at Chipotle with my wife when we get up there.
Oh,
she's
my
like,
God.
Don't you know?
I was like, we've been
you go there
in
every time.
line.
Yeah, there's like 4 things on the menu.
We've been in line for 25 minutes, and you were on your phone that entire time. And you could have been looking at the
You could have
goddamn
ordered
menu.
one online and then picked it up.
Yeah,
but you didn't say anything, right?
No, I did, and then I got labeled as the grump of the year.
I'm very proud of
the Grinch.
I'm very proud of him, man.
I'm the
I'm
Grinch
very
had
proud
no
of
fun.
you. I'm very proud of you.
Well, I get labeled as a Grinch all the time.
That's not Grinchy. That's like you were being non-Grinchy to the 1,000 people behind you that just wanted ice cream.
And you had a group of 4 kids, and how many adults did you have in your party?
Just me and Crystal.
Oh, okay.
You are getting so many kudos in the chat room right now. I don't think I've ever seen them this excited for you.
And then I went to the other lady.
Tracy gave you a great job.
Yeah. Then I'm like, go.
Yeah, it's like war. Go.
I looked at the lady. I'm like, you insane? Are you? Why the hell did you even say that? Anyway, all right.
You should have told her never say that.
What'd you get? I mean, did they just pick?
No, I didn't get anything because I wanted some butter pecan.
Oh my
That's
God!
what you get when you're in war.
Pistachio.
When you're in war, you get butter pecan.
I like a good nut ice cream.
I like nut ice cream.
It's delicious.
Hey, pralines and cream.
And pistachios are underrated too. It's been a long time since I've had it, but
it's a lovely green flavor.
If you're over 40 and you get some sort of
Tutti
birthday
frutti,
cake,
get out of here.
Yeah, tutti frutti. Yeah. Anything else than nut ice cream or standard vanilla, and I'll kick it out of your hand.
What about cookies and cream? Come on.
No,
EJ's
that's for babies.
Oh my God. You go to Baskin Robbins,
Yeah.
you go to Dairy Queen with EJ. Like, what did you get? I got Pikachu's birthday surprise. Well, that's what's wrong with you. That's what's wrong with you.
Anyway, all right. What else?
Okay. I brought a friend of mine also. Remember I brought you my 3D printed phone last time? I got a 3D printed beeper now,
It's
too.
even bigger. Look,
I
it's
got
a
it
jumbo.
oversized.
3D printed beeper does what?
No, nothing.
Okay.
It just sits in my house now.
Do you wear? Oh, it says Cadillac Pat on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that Atlanta Cadillac Pat would love one of those.
I got 2 of them. I got a regular size beeper and I got an oversized.
You should send Cadillac Pat Atlanta oversized beeper.
Now, when you say it sits in your house, it's in a drawer.
No. I got it on display.
Is your girl let you display some of
Yeah. She loves this. This is cool.
Okay.
Our regulars.
Love is a strong word.
Yeah, this is her favorite thing in the world. This is her prized possession.
Pretty strong word for a 3D printed beeper.
She sleeps with this, man.
Bright turquoise and pink.
I got 2 of them, and it matches the phone that I got, so it sits below the phone on the shelf.
Right, so there's some continuity there.
Yeah, exactly. We got to have it matching a little bit.
I'll tell you something that happened to me the other day that never made me more proud. Where Max had a calculator. He was sitting there, and because like when his screen time's over, he's like, gotta get some sort of calculator.
Yeah, it's literally like smoking.
That's great.
Like smoking a cigarette somebody put out.
That's great. Wait, the screen. You can lock the screen. Like you set a timer on the screen.
Yeah, there's a screen timer. Yeah. But then he's like, I need something.
God damn, I'll even take a calculator, mother effer.
Yeah, it's like you're drinking the hand sanitizer at the rehab.
Yes.
He sits down, he's like, 2 + 2. Screen. Give me.
Did you see him using it, or did you?
He just gets on. He starts using it, and then he typed in 8005, and then he showed it to me. I'm like, yes. He gave me a boobs.
Yeah.
He gave me a boobs.
Better than screens.
And then I started explaining to like what 143 and 187.
Yeah,
and he's like, boobs. He's like, the other ones don't make any sense, but
You can
this
do
one
hell.
does.
You can do hell.
Yeah. You can
Hello?
do hell. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do hello.
And there's one more you could do.
Yeah.
And then, but think about how weird it is that we grew up at a time where we were like teenagers and we had beepers, and then like someone would beep you and you get a vibration, and then you look at the number, and we knew numbers back then. We're
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
this number is my parents or my friend.
Yeah.
and then people use 911 way too flippantly.
Yeah, once it got a little more, like, beepers have been around a little bit, so they'd use it too much. It got overused.
Yeah, like 911 is an emergency.
Yeah.
and
then you got to pull over and find a payphone, or you got to find a phone.
I don't think anybody like that. I mean, I never had an emergency, so I don't think I ever had anybody 911 me.
Well, yeah,
Ever.
Oh, in Miami,
They
everybody
respected it.
No, that people use 911
Yeah.
just to be like, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in half an hour," or like, it was like, "Hey, call me now." But there was no. It was like, "Hey, I was up."
My mom would do it, but even she wouldn't 911 me or anything. That was sort of respected.
The old people would.
If I was late,
my dumbass friends would 911 me.
If I was late, didn't it get to a point too where remember you'd beep somebody, you'd call the number, and wouldn't it would have a little tone, and then you'd hit your message with the numbers.
Well, I had some buddies.
I don't remember how to do it.
I had some buddies that had the teletext, and they were the ones that wanted to big D us, and they would be like, "Hey, look at my new beeper. It's got a LCD screen on the side of it." And
It's like they look like this because it had a big screen.
Yeah, it was like that, and it had a big screen, and then they would slide it out. It didn't have the clip on it. That's how you knew you were fancy.
Yes.
The beeper was smooth. It had no clips on it.
Yes.
I never had a smooth beeper.
Me
I always
either.
had a built-in clip because I was poor. But like they in the smooth beeper, I remember this one. You could send a message. A text message to the person, and then they could call through the beeper or even type on it. And it was like the beginning of text.
Yeah, okay.
It was like beginning of text, and they could send a message back, or they could call a service and tell the service would send the message back to the other person. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was like beeper to beeper communication.
Hang on, I'm asking the spirits right now if that was cool or not.
Oh, no, hold that up higher so people can see it.
You got some dowsing rods?
Yes, this is the new thing. This is how you contact spirit world. You actually ask. You got to ask the spirits, and they'll tell you yes or no, and you got to thank them when you're done too. So you got.
I don't even thank humans when they do stuff for me. No, I'm kidding.
So, okay. The dowsing rod thing has been like a sticking
It'll never
point because there are people that really believe that dowsing rods are real.
I own a
and
pair.
Work.
They do. They work.
But they're also that are atheists and don't believe in magic or anything else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where I'm like, no,
it's selective unicorns, man. You can't do the selective unicorns.
And they're like, no, it feels it creates energy with the moving water. And I'm like, no, that's not a real thing. And they cannot believe that that's not true.
There's enough TikToks that I've seen that guys find running water by using these. All right, it works.
Have you? Okay, there's another thing I saw on TikTok that I don't want to call into question what you watch on TikTok, but if you're going to claim it's real, are you either of you familiar, and this ties into your aesthetic perfectly, with Fabio Jackson?
No.
Fabio Jackson? No, I'm not.
Oh, my God.
Fabio Jackson was born, and he claims to look exactly like, end of his life, nose falling off plastic surgery, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And Fabio Jackson was born in England, and he claims that he is the real, authentic Michael Jackson because he's never had any plastic surgery, but he looks like nose falling off end of his life Michael Jackson.
So why does that make him Michael Jackson?
Well, I'm just saying, if we're going to believe everything on TikTok, then you have to believe
we got to ask the spirits
that Fabio Jackson is the real Jackson.
Dear spirits, is Fabio Jackson the real Michael Jackson?
So he
says no.
You don't follow his TikTok?
Thank you, spirits.
Fabio Jackson's all over TikTok. Hold on, let me pull up a little Fabio Jackson.
This is not an algorithm.
I see it.
Look at him. Look at the Fabio Jackson.
He's not bad looking.
This is him watching the...
God damn it, he does look like
he's the real Michael Jackson.
But he's better looking.
He's the real Michael.
He said he's never had plastic surgery. That's a lie,
he claims he's never had plastic surgery.
Yeah, he looks weird, but also like strikingly like Michael Jackson.
Dude, he is the greatest looking. Here, look at that. Look at the side by side of Michael Jackson with Fabio Jackson. Fabio Jackson's the real Jackson.
Is he an impersonator?
No.
What? What?
No, I think
he's missing out on so much.
He works at a pub in England. He just works at a pub. I think he's frying up bangers and mash at a pub in England. I don't think he does.
He's at a pub.
You know why he can't?
Copy right infringement.
No, you know
he
why
can't do all the things.
Oh,
Dude,
he got
can't do
moves.
No, he can't do the moves.
He got no moves.
Yeah.
He can't. Fabio Jackson can't do the moves.
Yeah. Imagine being.
But he looks exactly like, and they show pictures of him as a little boy, and he looks like little nose falling off end of his life Michael Jackson. But he looks like
you got the worst part of Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Like you want
over the hill, no hits.
Like the reason why we weren't so disgusted was the moves.
Look, here is him.
The moonwalk.
Look, there he is as a little boy. He still looks like
you're right.
end of life Michael Jackson. Like he's got the mouth and the nose and everything, and then they kind of go
to
through.
Modern day. Yeah, he's had chin work done, bro.
He claims he has not, and I believe him.
No way.
I believe everything on TikTok, just like you.
But he's like,
see what I did? I finally brought it all around.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
But Fabio Jackson, he's going to do a TikTok. I can't stop watching this guy.
It's like looking like Dog the Bounty Hunter, but you never hunted anything.
That would be quite the predicament.
You say the N-word all the time.
Yeah. I don't know if the chat room is known of Fabio Jackson, but go follow him on TikTok. He's great. He seems like a very nice man. In fact, I emailed him yesterday to see if we can get him on the show.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. You'll talk.
Does he have a tremendous social media?
17 million followers, but apparently he'll talk to anybody.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude,
is he on Cameo? Does he attempt to talk like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, he got
he doesn't
the
sound
mannerisms?
like. No, he does not sound.
Did you sound?
He sounds like Atlanta Cadillac Pat.
Let me see, Fabio.
He sounds like some British hooligan.
No, he doesn't even really sound British. Here's a video of him talking from Instagram.
God dang, he does look like.
Everybody does their nose at one point in their life. I'm pretty sure it would be probably about 75% the population that would have done it if they could. If they could. Someone.
Why does he have little Michael Jackson's playing? He's like, come on.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, this is sound effects. He's like a morning radio. Maybe because he can't talk like him, he just adds the sound effects.
He has a Chinese producer in the corner, Chan, who's like, every time I talk, since I don't sound like Michael Jackson, every time I talk, fire up the old Shamon. Give me a couple Shamon.
Give me a hee. Shimon.
That was good. That was good.
Let me grab my pedophile.
Why did you say that like the dad in Mary Poppins? Let me grab my pedophile penis.
I just watched Mary Poppins. It was pretty good. Holds up still.
Dick Van Dyke is about to turn 100.
I know.
It's crazy.
He talks like a normal guy. I mean, he's with it. He's cognizant.
Yeah, he's always been...
him and Bill Shatner are up there.
Pretty special dudes.
But Dick Van Dyke looks like exactly the same. It just hair's white, is more wrinkled.
Yeah.
But like he didn't William Shatner changed and kind of morphed into
a fatter,
like a fat old man.
He's going to become a space pig, right?
Yeah, you're like
with a toupee on top.
You either morph into a fat old man, or if you're skinny to start, sometimes you could do the Dick Van Dyke, and then just now you're just an old version of yourself.
Howard Stern is doing the Dick Van Dyke.
Yes, yeah.
Well, he keeps his hair real big and keeps it over his face too.
You know they say that's a wig.
No.
And the more I look at it, and I'm a Howard fan.
I always was.
I think 70s.
I think
he's 70 on the nose.
I think it's a wig. After growing my hair out the way I'm growing it out now, you have longer hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if
it would be that
wispy wizard hair.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's he's got some volume and bounce in that hair that I just don't think an 80-year-old man has in his hair.
Dang, that sucks to hear.
But I think it's a wig.
Every once in a while, there's a crazy anomaly, and it doesn't happen much, but like Crystal's grandfather.
Oh, he looked great.
He was 99, and his head of hair.
It was so beautifully poofy and wonderful.
Not one bit of it fell out. It was white.
It was big,
but
though.
it was thick and big, and his hairline was perfect, like a 20-year-old.
He had to swoop up, like the really when you have nice hair,
military,
like old school, like old dudes who they comb their hair and they get that natural curl in it.
They put
he had beautiful hair.
Like Grecian formula or something in there.
That's just a roll of the genetic dice, Like hopefully that got to my sons, Like
they have.
Let me ask the spirits: is Howard Stern's hair real? No. They say it's no.
You're twisting.
Thank you,
I can
Spears.
see your thumbs
Thank you,
moving.
thank you, Spears. Thank you, Spirits. I had to thank the
it's
Spirits.
definitely a wig. It's got to be a wig.
So, well, how come you guys didn't sweat my shoes this time? How come you ain't saying nothing about the shoes he's got on today?
Okay, so these
I don't
were
notice
decoy
it.
shoes. And we didn't fall for his decoy shoes.
Oh, good.
All right, take your shoes off. I'm game. I'll play.
No,
What shoes are those?
These are the
take
other.
take one off so they can see it.
These are the other Kanye West.
Or these are Yeezys.
Yes.
Those are the
First
other,
time I worn them was today.
the
These
other
are the-
scuba boots.
These
Yeah.
are the new Yeezys.
So they're like plastic.
They're nothing.
They're like elf shoes.
They look like a doll shoe.
They look like restaurant kitchen worker shoes.
No, they look like the shoes you'd put on an American Girl boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I have an American boy, like amazing.
Yes.
And he has little
Yes.
loafers that look just like this.
Yeah.
They smell good.
They're brand new. Yeah, the first time
smell
I
good.
wore them.
Are they
those are
just
great.
plastic made out of
Yeah,
plastic?
they're made of nothing. They're like
How much did that cost?
$20.
Yeah, all of his stuff is $20.
Yeah, that's
now.
kind of cool though. It's the only cool thing about it.
He's making up for his Nazism by having affordable clothing. And you know what? I think it's pretty good. He's like, I know how to fix this. I've made a lot of people mad being a Nazi.
plastic
I'm going to do cheap plastic shoes for everybody, even Jews, even Jewish people. Everybody can buy my shoes. I'm not racist anymore. I have affordable plastic shoes.
And you know who loves cheap plastic shoes? I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So why'd you buy that?
Honestly, just to worm in here, I think.
All right.
No. Why else would I buy dowsing rods? I mean, I have a couple too many cocktails, and then your algorithm gets spiked, and then you buy stuff you don't need.
Yeah, does your girl...
She was not happy about this purchase.
Okay. Of the dowsing rods or the Yeezys?
Both.
Yeah.
She says she won't be seen in public with me wearing these. But I'm like, not that I really would wear these out in public, except I did today. But like, I'm going to Publix after this. But, yeah, she would. She said she won't be wearing them. She won't come with me in
Andrew had
public.
the swastika shirt, and I won't go to. I will not go to Carrabba's with her. She's got that on. I'm like, I'll eat it home.
Anything else?
Yeah, I brought a present. Couple presents.
Oh, this is where he pulls the gun out.
Finally, I went to some old cards and I got some old cards, just Magic players that I found real quick.
Oh, nice! I love it. He always brings us old basketball,
Old junk that I have a lot of.
And we got some Magic basketball cards.
Pat, when you were at the Magic game with Daniel,
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did you feel like if something did go down, you'd pick Daniel up and gump him out of there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Daniel did steal 2 beers though. I gotta be truthful here.
Did I?
He stole 2 beers.
What do you mean?
We were in line for Dave's. What was the name of it? What's the name of the cheesesteak place?
Big Dave's cheesesteak.
Oh, it slapped.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
I'll tell
And-
you why Big Dave's works. It is a chain, but they got the crinkle fries.
Yeah.
All right, I like a good crinkle.
We were going ham on a sandwich together.
Yeah.
Split a fry, split a
We
sandwich.
shared a sandwich. We ate it like what is that movie? We ate it like
puppy
Lady
one.
of the Tramp.
Yeah. But no, you it's all self checkout there. There's no one there. You put your stuff underneath the little box that reads it like AI.
Oh yeah,
But there's people there telling you what to do. So why can't they just do it? She's like, put your stuff underneath there, and then she watches you put your sandwich in. And goes, okay, thank you, have a good day. She could have just done the same thing.
Yes, yeah. I've often wondered why
do they have
humans here, and I think it's
keep it from stealing,
training the public.
So like
to
in
do
2 or
it,
3 years,
and then once they get used to it, then they'll slowly bring the people out.
Yeah.
and then
Or the people turn into machines.
Yeah, but jokes on them. I'll remember to steal.
No, but so Daniel was in line getting the beer, and I got the sandwich, and then I paid for the sandwich, and we just walk out of line. And Daniel's like, "Yeah, you got it." I'm like, "Yeah, I took care of everything." And then I was just like, "Oh wait." Well, we're already back to our seats.
Oh, I'm not going back. No.
Yeah.
Hell no. If I walk out with dog food, that's my dog food. I'm big on that.
Yeah.
It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Now, I will never actively steal. I don't do that. I'm not a
same.
thief.
Never.
But if I get to my car, load in my Purina 1, get to my house, and I'm like, that's my dog food.
my dog
You're not
food now.
driving all the way back.
Hell no.
Yeah. They don't even want that.
Now, my mom 100% would put the Purina 1 back at her Ford Explorer, drive back up to Winn-Dixie, and confess her sins at the customer service counter. And I'm just not going to do that.
My mom made me and my buddy do that when we were like 14 in St. Augustine. There's a Hungry Howie's Pizza right in St. Augustine there. And we
Yes! That was the one that Flagler College.
Yes,
dude, that
exactly.
right next to the liquor store.
Yep, that little crappy liquor store.
Yeah, the one that
across from the church.
Yeah. We went there to get booze, and our Uber driver was drunk as hell.
Across from the church in that big park right there.
Yep.
And we did not do this on purpose. We sat down and ate our pizza, and we just left, and the guy never took our money. Because it's kind of like half sit down. You order at a counter, but you can then sit in the little seats.
It's a fancy Hungry House.
And we left, and we told my mom and dad, we got free pizza. And they made me march back up there and pay our $10.50 for the large pizza. Yeah. We were kids.
Did you learn a lesson?
Yeah, actually, I think I did. Don't tell your parents when you do something like that. Because I thought they were going to be proud of me. I really did think they were like, nice. We didn't steal on purpose, but we just left, and we were like, okay, free pizza, I guess. And I mean, we were already gone or something, and they made me go. We were like 13, so I understand why they made me go back and pay.
Well, they don't want it hanging on that person's, at the end of the night, maybe they get fired or lose money. And it's not, they weren't thinking.
Mr. Howie knows who he employs.
I've seen his photo. He looks like having a beer with Mike.
Mr. Howie's, he's lucky they just showed up.
Was there a real Howie?
I don't know. There's got to be. And truth be told, that is my favorite chain pizza, Hungry Howie's.
Really?
Out of all the chains. Absolutely.
We do like it, too. The Dennis's are Hungry
Absolutely.
Howie's.
Well, Pat, we got to get out of here. If you want to follow Cadillac Pat on Instagram, it's all lowercase Cadillac Pat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get him some more followers.
Yeah, give me a couple followers. TikTok, too, all of it.
So
there was a real Hungry Howie. Yeah, and he partnered eventually with Steve Jackson and began his franchise. There you go.
So that the Atlanta Cadillac Pat can up his offer.
Yeah.
Because I want our listeners to write him and say, like, hey, get off your wallet.
Well, I don't know. What
How much would you take? Would you have taken $5,000?
I start thinking about it at $5,000.
Yeah,
because it's just another name. I don't really care that much. I mean, it's cool to have it.
Cadillac Joe.
Yeah.
I'll call you that tomorrow.
I mean, you could just be Pat Cadillac.
Yeah, exactly. Like it should be anything. Yes.
Yeah. Cadillac Jack is better. I'm going to buy that right now.
I come in on Monday. It's a mediocre time with Cadillac Jack and Dan. And I'm like, well, wait a minute.
That's good.
Everything's rebranded. You're wearing a pirate hat.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So this weekend, our Bad at Business Beer Fest is Saturday.
Yeah, man.
We've got not only a ton of different breweries and different beverage companies handing out free samples. Pouring starts at 2. We also have a ton of our sponsors and a ton of vendors out there, food trucks.
Buddies of ours, people that we care about and love.
It's a huge street party, and one of our partners is coming and handing out 150 free plants to the first 150 people that show up at Gabriel LaPlante's tent.
Yes, you have to be at the tent. And I will tell you, this man put smiles on a lot of our listeners' faces, because I didn't realize until coming out of the pandemic that not only is Tom a plant man, my wife is plant crazy for Gabriel LaPlante's, and a lot of our listeners are. So if you want the free plants, gotta be there early, right?
Yeah, I guess right at noon is when we start handing out the gift bags, the first sample cups.
Is that go time for plants? Have we talked to Shane about this?
We're going to talk to him right now, because on Zoom with us is Shane from Gabriel Plants. How you doing, Shane?
Doing good. Thanks for having me, guys.
So, Shane,
let's go live to the greenhouse. Our buddy Shane's out there. How's it going?
I could flip the camera to the greenhouse right now.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So we never really kind of totally fleshed this out of when you're going to start handing out the plants.
Let's do it live, yeah.
But I feel like maybe noon is the best time, because that's when we start handing out the sample cups and wristbands. So does that work for you, Shane?
Yeah, we can do that. And actually, a little correction, just to go with the show theme, it's 159 free plants.
Yeah! I remember I said that, and he made it happen. This guy made it happen. He's like, 9 more plants, please.
Well, once you're loading them up there, what is 9 more?
You probably have like 160 in there anyway, right?
Well, it was good. Originally, I was going to ask Tom to donate 9 of his plants, because, he's always propagating as well. So that way a listener could maybe get a free Tom plant, but I know, he's got a lot on his plate that day, so we'll bring the extra 9.
Listen, I'll bring some plants, but mine, I don't know, the cold snap that we just had, got a lot of them. I was too lazy to go bring them inside and put luckily, it didn't freeze, so it just, some dumb cane got the worst of it. It all
But that's
down
fine.
to the
I feel
floor.
like based on the name, you dumb Cade, you deserve that. Are you going to bring some of your dead plants out there? Because I feel like a contrast, right, to the healthy and beautiful Gabriella plants, maybe having some of your, like, it's like the sad tree from Peanuts Christmas. You know, the sad little tree.
That's
we'll put them in the back, and then once the 150 are gone, it'll just be his
and
knives.
then, and then it's almost like, let's make a deal. It's like once your good ones are gone, you get a zonk. Remember zonks? Where you go and let's make a deal. You think you're getting a kitchen dinette set. You're not. You get a donkey. You get a diseased donkey to take home.
That's the thing about plants. Like, as long as it has just a little green on it somewhere, it'll come back. And then it'll be as good as new.
That's the most positive thing you've ever said.
Like it could be all wilty and look like it's going to die, but once it's crispy brown dead.
Yeah. Are you describing your marriage? What is this? Love thy neighbor?
So, Shane, I never asked you what kind of plants were given out at the Bad at Business Beer Fest Saturday.
Yeah, the Bad at Business Plant Fest, starting at noon, apparently, according to Tom. We have 4 different SKUs we're going to be giving away. Syngonium white butterfly, this really cool plant called the Fire Flash. We actually grew those from seed, as well as Philodendron Moonlight, which has this really nice yellow color, and it's super nice for, like, middle of a table. It's just a super easy indoor plant. And I think we're going to have a pepperoni of some kind, too.
Pepperoni!
We are going to have a few plants for sale as well. But the main goal is just to give away the plants. We just going to bring a couple extra in case people get to the event late and still want to grab a plant from us.
He's bringing out the big guns. You were just going to bring us a stinky old Monsteras.
No, Monstera's not fancy. I was going to give you his bare bones pothos.
We have some of those too, but I think for the event that'll be. I guess maybe we'll do some pothos for the last.
No, Tom is going to bring his world famous snake plants. Right? Isn't that the one you hate the most? The snake plants. He hates snake plants.
Snake plants and pothos. Those are called waterbed city plants.
That's awesome.
Like it's all the plants in any sort of showroom. You're like, how do they even grow? There's not even a window in here. They can grow without windows.
Waterbed City. Come on down to Waterbed City. Free pothos.
And they'll grow. I mean, they're just weeds.
They're hardy. They're hardy
They'll
boys.
take over your. I mean, they took over my goddamn whole backyard, and now they're growing into my neighbor's yard, and I'm just letting that happen.
I bet he loves it.
That's free.
Well, going back to pothos, my dad, when he was running the business before I bought it, it was wholesale at the time. So he grew a lot of pothos. And actually, the largest order we ever did was actually sent to the Netflix headquarters in California. And that was about 10,000 between us and 2 other nurseries, pothos, to do a giant living wall that was 4 stories tall in the Netflix headquarters.
Netflix love that pothos.
They still get used somewhere.
Yeah, they love that.
You sold 10,000 pothos at Netflix?
To Big N, yeah.
We also used to sell the old overgrown Boston ferns to Animal Kingdom. I forget which animal would eat it, but we used to
I'll eat an overgrown Boston fern, I'll tell you that. Line me up for a couple of those. It's called me 1978 Danny. I like it like there used to be an album by the Black Crowes called Amorica. Look that up. That's the way I like it. I like it coming out the bikini.
There's only one thing I hate more than succulents. It's ferns. I hate a fern. Stinky
This
fern.
is a new segment we've started doing called Tom saying things that sound racist, but they're about plants. That's the most racist sounding
thing. Have you ever seen
the fern is a waste.
When they show up at the store where they like unfurl them, they take them out of the sleeve, and then all the leaves drop out. If not, I can send you a video, Tom, of it. But just imagine that process in reverse. I am so glad we don't grow Boston ferns anymore. To get those things into the little sleeves, oh my gosh.
Boston ferns, hey!
Greenhouse.
I'm a Boston fern!
So Shane, with these plants, I'm telling people there's so much free stuff on Saturday that you should bring a bag or a tiny backpack with you, because with all of our other sponsors are giving out free stuff. Like John Busecker's giving out those silicone pint glasses, just called Mo, and like a bunch of
expensive, dude. Why is he giving out those? He's just clearing out his warehouse. I know what he's doing.
He's giving out a bunch of stuff like the Science Center, the History Center. Blanchard's going to be out there. I mean, there's tons of other sponsors.
My Eternal Vitality.
Yeah. Like
a lot of our guys are out there.
Yeah, and then Giant Recreation World's going to be giving out stuff.
Oh yeah, they're even going to have a vehicle out there, right?
Yeah, they're bringing out an RV.
That's pretty cool.
Like so, just bring a backpack with you just to carry all the stuff. Throw the plant in there. That way you can enjoy the rest of the day. Then go see the after party at the West End. The Supervillains are playing.
But if you
Pabone just announced that his band is playing. That got set up.
Awesome. I would like to see. You know, it would be a beautiful small film of a man that comes to our beer fest and he goes to Gabriella Plants and he gets a plant and then he walks down the street to just an area that maybe doesn't have enough plants and he digs a small hole with his bare hands and he plants the plant and he gifts it back to Sanford. How beautiful of a small film would that be?
Yeah, the more
that'd be better than what Tom's going to do. Tom's going to put it in his car. That's the one thing I will say don't do. Is at noon, don't go put the plant in the car.
He likes to do what that's called Volusia County Dad. He likes to do the Volusia County Dad, where you put the infant in the car and then you go into the bar.
No. You crack the window to be fine. Put your shirt over it.
You don't want direct sunlight on it. Put a Big Johnson shirt on it. Crack the windows.
Yeah. Like a handgun, you just put some sort of napkin over it so that you can't see it through the front window.
Well, the reason you don't want to do that, you don't want people breaking your windows to save the plant.
Yeah. Leave your doors open.
Like when I leave my dog in my car, just put a towel over him. He's fine.
You know, that's one thing I'd never do is do the old window break to free the dog in there.
Save a dog?
Like I'd be like, hey, someone
even if it was
yelling,
panting
whose
heavy,
dog is this?
If it was like panting heavy, I think I may want to break the window.
No, to be fine. I'll be like, hey, you
okay there? You can read dogs' eyes.
Like a dog, I think it passes out and it still lives for like 15 minutes before it finally dies. You know what I'm saying?
Just like a computer, it's got an overheat. It's got an overheat function. Yeah.
Like if it's panting,
I think I've heard that.
It's fine for a while. Like
dogs can pant, but they pant all day.
Like no one sees the end. The end is like it takes a long time.
Right. And that's why I have window tint anyway, right? Because if you put a black shirt over him, window tint.
Sorry, Shane. So how do you get out or get 150 of these plants? 159 out, and the promotional tent and all the other plants you're going to sell there. Like, what kind of rig are you running here?
Well, we have the old Penske, former Penske yellow box truck. Hopefully there's some place I can pull that. But my greenhouse manager, Andre, was asking me more details about the event. And I said, well, Tom's putting it together. So I'm pretty sure we can just drive over the curb.
Rough around the edges. Listen, he'll have you driving by and throwing the plants out the window.
We got Tracy now. Tracy, without her, this event doesn't even happen.
She'll
honestly.
do it.
But she has worked with Dom, and everything's organized.
You will be loading in from Palmetto and 3rd. So you can tell
I
Andre.
love doing business meetings on the radio.
Yeah, this is the way we do it.
This is great.
Tell Andre, Palmetto and 3rd.
Yeah. Like back 7 beer fests ago, it was just a you just show up scenario. There was no
vendors would ask me, they'd be like, are you Dan? I'd be like, yeah. They're like, well, what do I do? I'm like, I don't know. What are you talking about? They're like, well, you're Dan. I'm like, yeah, I talk on I do the talk. I'm like, I talk. What do you want?
I don't know what's going on.
Anything. I don't even. I just got told to come here and get on the stage.
And it happened. It all came together. Yeah. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, you'd be surprised what you could do day of.
Yeah.
You can do a lot.
You can.
80%.
You can do all of it sometimes.
Once if you just tell everybody to show up, you can stand there and then chaos is happening, and then eventually it settles.
Let's talk about our first. I did in the first Bad at Business Beer Fest. Didn't we require our friend Scott York to drive up to Tractor Supply and buy a tent?
To
cover it because it was raining so bad.
And
I don't think we ever reimbursed him for that, and that's been 20 years. 20 years ago, we borrowed. I think he's paid $500 for that tent.
That first one was
that was
rough. Not only did it pour, right? We had an insane amount of beer, and because it was pouring, only hundreds of people came, and then people.
And I want to say it was 85 people were there. They were dead.
I mean, there was I'm not even joking, more than 6 people laying on the ground. I'm not joking.
Do you remember the guy passed out at the table? table, and he was asleep, and the band was playing, and the band was scream loud hair metal, and this guy's dead on a table, not even moving.
Like when I left, there was multiple people laying on the ground, and then like the only reason that we didn't get sued is people got so drunk they couldn't even get into the car.
That's the way you want to do it, though. You want to go. You want to drive them past the danger.
They couldn't even justify drunk driving because they were that drunk. They were like,
They're just extra speed bumps.
Yeah, I'm just like, I have to sleep here. I'm just going to sleep here.
There was, I mean, that one was rough. Anyway, so Shane, how can people like? And you still do some tours through like your facility?
Yeah. Every second Saturday of the month. It's one of my favorite days of the month. Over at the greenhouse location, you can find more at GP for Gabriella Plants, gpsecondsaturday.com. It'll take you to whatever the most recent Facebook event for the next one is, which will be second Saturday, 9 to 1. And we do group tours, and then we have around 400 or so SKUs for sale at those events. And of course, people can always shop online at GabriellaPlants.com. But we're really looking forward to being out there and being able to give away some free plants. And hopefully, if we can, I'm assuming they'll all be gone before the beer pouring starts, so that our team can actually enjoy some of it too.
Yeah, no, 100%. And guaranteed no succulents, no ferns.
Okay.
Yes, that is a Tom Van on behalf of Shane.
No succulents, no ferns.
All right, Shane. We'll see you on Saturday, all right?
All right, see you guys.
All right, buddy. Be good.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.